now that we have all the technical glitches taken care of. Today is Saturday in the Northern Hemisphere, March 11th, 2023, and in the Southern Hemisphere, it's March 12th, 2023. My name is Deb Purcell, and this is Rick Purcell, and we are here with our colleague Philip Barrow. We are all healers, and this is the Australian healing webinar. Rick and I started this journey of healing about 6 or 7 years ago when Rick's energy merged with Source, Creator, God, whatever name you choose to give him. And he started seeing orbs and angels and fairies and dead people and a lot of different beings walking through our bedroom at night, cowboys. Lots of things started appearing and walking and joining us in bed. And I started getting downloads when he would just tell me somebody wasn't feeling well that he was working with or he ran into, and he would call me, and I started getting diagnoses, and I have no medical background, and that's when we realized that we were healers, and all started from that. And our angels and our guides and Creator teach us every time. They give me instructions, they tell me what's going on, and he shows me, and I see what's inside your body, I see what's being healed, and I tell you as it's going on. Rick is the actual healer. It's his energy coming from Source, and I just get the details, and that's where we are.
And future. Yeah.
Yes, we see past lives, we see future, and we can tell if somebody's lying to us. These are all wonderful gifts that we have in this journey. And we work with Philip Barrow in the UK.
It's Sunday already. That went quick.
Yeah, it's Sunday for you, Phil.
Yeah, everyone knows. Well, most of you know. I started healing at 5-year-old. Healing my pet goldfish called over it. I was doing tarot cards from 6, so that was not bad. And oracle cards, when I forgot I did them. I stopped doing them about 12 or 13, but I do them now for this event. I always think that the journey changes so rapidly. These events, things come up that we've never done before. And I think if you see the Facebook, I've got a lovely picture of me partially merging with a Lemurian healer, and I think her name is Sario or something like that. I'm not 100% yet. I'm still finding that out. Yeah, David said I'd suit a dress, and I think Sophie said I'd suit pink. So, so I get the jokes. But one of the healers actually saw me shapeshift into that person, and it was quite. She said it was. She doesn't get shocked. She was quite wow. And actually, you feel feminine. It's very, very strange. I only want to partially merge with that. So the journey changes frequently, and it's mad. It really is. So I'm on my new computer now, and it's working. So that's why I had my backup just in case. So I even had my phone here just in case. I had 3 backups. But yeah, the computer fried last Sunday, and it took a few years of my accounts with me. So I've got a lot of work to do. So over to you, Linda.
Okay.
All right.
Would you like me to read the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so Nina, yes, I would enjoy connecting with my energy to see what has been causing me pain. Demons, reptilians, etc. Any implants, cords, or AI. Thank you. That's Nina.
Yeah.
Hi, Nina. You're on mute, by the way.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you feel like something is inside of you?
Yes.
Because I feel it too.
I feel something on the back, actually.
Yeah, it's like, so just like a quick rundown, I was told because of aspects I've had as a reptilian, I have this reptilian DNA that I have to transmute by doing like indigo blue flames and transmuting it, because that's how they're tapping in. But I know I've had another energy around me that kind of comes and goes or hides. And there's like a portal in my kitchen, and I don't know if it's closed yet. But anytime I get like intrusive thoughts of these entities and names and images, like all this energy comes in, like it's trying to feed off my fear. So I try to push it.
Reptilian DNA.
No, don't work like that.
Or
You'll
like,
have you'll have an aspect of
you know,
reptilian, but it'd be in the oversoul. You can't bring back your DNA and turn you into DNA. Yeah, that can't happen.
I had a lifetime as a reptilian, but that doesn't mean my
Was that this one? Sorry.
That's
and like not all of my DNA, but like a, you know, like a helix, like a,
no. Understand something. Don't let people tell you things that go inside of you. You know the truth, okay? You do. But your DNA is specific to you. It has nothing to do with past lives. It has nothing to do with any of that. This part of you, your soul is your soul. The DNA in this human body, it has nothing to do with reptilians or Palladians or anything like that in past lives. It's all you. Understand? Don't let someone tell you, oh, you've got reptilian DNA.
Yeah, your oversoul is like got 12 parts, and your oversoul's got all your experiences, and reptilian would have been one of them. To actually, it won't change your DNA. They could possibly, you could have energy of it because that's the way it is, but it won't change
It's
your
not
DNA.
controlling you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I mean, sometimes you can have something enter you, but that's totally different. So I don't want you getting confused. You have parasites. They're spiritual parasites. You have implants. Have you had any
Thinking about the aura field.
juice?
mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't. What I am picking up, you might have some energy, reptilian. I think it's trauma as a past life. I think you've got past life trauma. And picking that energy, it's that it won't change you. It can't. It's just impossible. Unless you have the thing, it won't change you. It's like trauma. That's what I'm picking up, Deb.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with your top of your back.
In my head, I mean, it's constantly like my ears are popping, there's pressure all around my crown, the back of my head, and then like my higher self, she'll sometimes like tickle my foot for confirmation, and now something has caught on to that, and now it's trying to do that to my left foot, and like all kinds of sensations like constantly throughout my body trying to confuse me.
Yeah,
And
the implants can give you messages and confuse you. It's the implants that be doing that. Definitely reptilian.
Draco.
Yeah, Draco. I know no way how an implant could actually change your DNA. I don't think that's possible.
No.
are you able to see where they're at?
Well, visit the place. That's what I do see.
They're doing like a trick though to make you feel like they are.
Yeah.
What we do best, right?
I can see
I'll
your
I'll
confusion.
nip in the
What somebody
implant.
else's confusion is though.
You might feel this energy, by the way. You know.
Do your feet sometimes feel like they've got lead in them?
I've been having just like so many weird feelings in my feet that I don't know.
Because they're showing me like you've got concrete shoes on,
Heavy. Yeah.
like they're weighing you down, like they're keeping your arms too, like they've got weights on your arms and your feet.
Yeah.
There's something going on with her blood.
Something's making me like very dizzy all the time, especially when I've been down.
I've been going through dizzy. I'm really busy. I have gotten vertigo the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Really. I think it's just the energies.
That's where
I've
you.
had it for months though, and it's like I can feel something. I just don't.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that they're sucking the energy out of you.
Mm-hmm.
These beings, I've only seen them once. We've got like energy suckers, and we've got like mouths, and they've got mouths with little tentacles coming out, and they're purple. So I always think of them like a reptilian demon, but they're not. I just don't know what the name is.
This is the first time we saw them. Was what, the week before last?
I've got a picture of them a few years ago.
I don't know if it's the implants or not, but it continuously wakes me up, so I'm getting no sleep. Like, I mean, I'll fall asleep and it'll jerk me really hard constantly.
Yeah.
We're taking the implants out now.
Thank you.
We've got rid of the other side, if you get what I mean. Well, we destroyed the the plasma tech.
You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel like you. this healing is going to stay with you for the next 7 days, and every day that goes by, you're going to feel more and more strong.
Can't wait. I'm so thankful.
In the next 24 to 48 hours, you're going to be back to normal. But just know that this is going to continue, this healing. Drink a lot of water. As you're drinking the water, put a picture of love in the water. And as you're drinking it, that love is going inside.
And food.
Yes, your food too.
Can like family members that have had the stick, can it come off of them?
No, just keep your vibration high. You'll be fine. And we're around people all the time that are juiced up.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody around us are juiced up.
Can you feel that energy, Nina, Barrow?
I feel a lot of energy, but I feel like it's like they're still messing with my foot over here, and
Yeah, that could be us. Take it. There's
Yeah,
a tracker in your foot. We're
yeah,
just
there are
taking it
trackers
out.
in your trackers in your feet. So they're getting removed. They're not gonna be able to track you anymore.
yeah, my head feels very, very heavy.
That's your normal head now. That's your head with just your stuff in it. No more of their stuff.
I'm getting really dizzy now.
Okay. You may have a couple of nights of downloads. They're going to try and catch up with you.
Okay.
You've got some expansions that they've been waiting to give you. They can't do it. You got, when you had these implants, you've got 3 portals where you live. Since the other end of those portals are no more, so we can just close them. The other end has been destroyed, so there's nothing that's going to come through them, but they need to be closed up.
Every time I walk past my kitchen in the laundry area, it's so dense and I get really dizzy.
Yeah, that's where your portals were.
That should change.
There was one in your bedroom, too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to close the portals, or are you going to do it?
Yeah, you
No?
can.
I
Yeah.
can. Okay.
I'm just really. How do you feel now?
I'm really dizzy. My head is just like really dizzy.
It's a bit like an operation, to be honest.
Yeah.
When you're removing stuff. I'm gonna send you some healing.
My heart is just racing so fast.
And I brought down some energy from, I had your higher self bring down some energy as well.
You know, I can see a silver white aura coming off you. I think you're an angelic, actually.
Which is why they want her.
Yeah, this has been going on since like February 2nd.
Are you a healer?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. You're an aspect of Raphael.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering that today. That is so weird that you said that.
I can actually see the energy coming out of you. If anyone wants to see it, just squint your eyes, do a bit of scrying. You can actually see like a glow coming out of you.
I can see it. You look so much better than when we started.
I'm feeling, but I feel like I couldn't like even smile, you know?
Yeah.
You're smiling now.
Yeah, Phil is an aspect of Raphael as well.
Yeah, I knew that. That's
Am
fun.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, and so are you.
Thank you for letting me know that.
You're welcome. So now it's time for you to start getting to work too. As soon as you've
Yes, I haven't been working. I haven't been doing anything. I didn't want to put off, bad energy to anyone else.
that's why they were trying to cripple you. Now you're fine.
Thank you so much.
Portals are closed.
Do you want a card, by the way? Oracle card.
Yes.
Just say stop and we'll see what the cards advise about what's just happened out of healing.
Stop, please.
So, miracles and balance. For miracles, you may feel you need a miracle. Let Source show you the path to resolve any situation. And balance, they know you're busy. If you need any help, just ask. So,
Thank you so much.
welcome.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Next we have Linda, please. I can't see your message, Linda, but maybe you can explain to Ulrich and Deb what you'd like done.
Hello, nice to join you again. Yeah, I just requesting a scan and your magic, whatever you got. Oh,
You got a blockage in back of the head here, the neck area. That's where, why do you have a blockage there? There's like an energy block. It's like there's a piece of tape over it, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get your messages. That's like your psychic abilities right back there.
That's blocked.
It's like somebody put a piece of tape over it, like duct tape.
Hmm.
I mean, I could just peel it off, but who did it? But why? Father said you did it. Why are you putting a block on there?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't trust yourself.
No.
That's your block. You don't trust yourself, your own intuition, your own messages.
That's correct.
Well, I'm going to take the tape off and I'm going to ask you to, before, it took me a while to trust too. Once I did, it was so great. It really did. It was great. Once I relaxed and started trusting the messages, it was nonstop. Then I started feeling all the energies and I started knowing who was next to me. I knew my mother was there. Dead people started talking to me. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, relatives. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law had passed on. They'd been gone for 15 years. That was nice stuff. I mean, really good stuff started happening. And not just Jesus was talking to me and Archangel Michael, but I mean, people that I love that had gone on. Those are nice things that can happen.
I want it. I just, yeah.
But you're not trusting you.
And
It's
I'm not sitting still enough and listening and, yeah, tuning in.
So it's not even healing that you need. It's a message from Creator. Start listening to yourself, to the messages you're getting, trusting that you can do this, that it's way past time for you to relax and just let it flow. Let all the answers come. Just put your hand on your heart and just breathe. Do the breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relax, connect. Connect means just connect to your heart, because that's the tool chest. And trust it. You're going to get your answers. You're going to get your all the responses you need are going to come. And know that those are the answers. Those are the answers to your questions. It's going to sound like your voice, but it's coming from them, whoever you're asking the question of. It will sound like you. You're not going to hear a voice in your ear. You're going to hear your own voice. But it's not something you would say. It's something they're saying.
Yes. Answers don't come when you're not asking, though. Yeah.
Can I say something? If you were meeting someone in the street and they said hello and you ignored them, would they say hello again? And that's the same in the spirit world. If they're trying to contact you and you're ignoring them because you don't believe the message, are they going to make that effort again?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He says you trust that I love you. Why won't you trust that I'm talking to you? Why are you feeling his heat? Because he does heat us up.
As soon as we started, I just felt the angel bumps all over the place.
I'm pretty warm too.
Oh,
He's sending you some energy that's just pure love. I don't know if you can feel it because he just gave me that message. I don't feel it because he's not sending it to me. He's only sending it to you. You're only going to feel it in your heart. And he's saying, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget how perfect you are. So don't think that I don't think that you are perfect. I just want you to hear me when I respond to you. Know that it is me talking to you. So you must have been talking to him at some point.
I do, yeah. No.
That is your message.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Well, all he did was show me that there was a piece of tape over that you put there. Now it's gone. You don't need healing. You just need to listen to your own self.
Yeah, I know I have fears of what's going to come through because I hear so much of what they say, whoever they are.
There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. We've been through this so many times. What are you afraid of?
All those dark entities that are going to come at you and want it.
Oh, no.
That so many talk about.
No. You can say to Archangel Michael, they say, okay, Archangel Michael, the only messages that I want to hear and to connect with me are messages from the light. Yeah, I'm in agreement with him. I only channel messages from the light. I don't channel messages from. Now, as far as healing goes, I didn't specify that I only want to do this. I only want to heal people that need healing from sickness. I didn't say anything about demons. So obviously, I'm needed for this stuff too, with Phil. I didn't make that message clear. I didn't even know I was going to be able to do this stuff.
Can you see anything in my feet or tell me about my feet?
I did get some pain out of your back and top of your neck, I think, as well. But that could be the blockage because your input is normally in back of your neck. But, yeah,
Do you
I can't see out.
do you get cramping in your feet?
Yeah, I don't know. I think about maybe diabetes or something because
Don't
especially
manifest
if I
it.
lay down at night, my feet just kind of feel numb at times.
Yeah, don't manifest diabetes. Huh?
Yeah, my feet are really hard to keep warm, even with heavy socks and boots. And
When do they go cold? Anytime?
pardon
Or are they
me,
all the time? When are they cold, your feet?
my
Circ-
feet.
Circulation. Check it. We got to check.
Yeah,
the
when I'm out. I mean, it's winter, and when I'm out rallying and stuff. And yeah, I don't last long out in the cold. I need Florida.
That's where we're moving to.
We'll see you there.
What you could be doing, you could be manifesting it. You could be expecting it to happen. So it happens. Expect it not to happen, or tell your brain to circulate better. Yeah, program your brain a bit better.
Thank
You
you.
just close your eyes and just say, you're not doing your job right. Sort out my feet. Yeah, I'm not getting diabetes, by the way. The doctor said to me 3 years ago I could be diabetes, and I didn't change anything. I just ignored it.
Yeah.
I've just done something with your blueprint. It might be better now. I've actually changed your blueprint a little bit. I'll get in trouble again.
Thank you.
In your 11th chakra. I just
didn't
got
know that.
rug it out and just circulation's fine. So, I'll get in trouble for that. You got 2 cards, by the way.
Yes, please.
Just say start.
Stop.
I've been shuffling them and I've just got the same. I'm going to do them again. Miracles and balance. You know what they mean. Let's give you another 2. Just say stop there.
Stop.
Ah, that's more like it. Yeah, I get that. Surrender and release. Yeah. So stop hanging on the worries. The worries of not of the messages you're being given. Don't hang on to them. And you are being guided. You're being guided. Just follow your intuition. Yeah. So these messages that are guiding you, and you're ignoring.
Oh, that tape off now, maybe.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have Brian. I also couldn't see his message, so
That's
please.
all right. Howdy doody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
when you log on, you can't see the ones above you when you log on. It's just, but, yeah, how you guys going, eh?
Good.
Yeah.
Ryan's a regular. Oh, let's see. Let's
I
go.
love it. I love it.
I see Chewie from Star Wars.
Wow.
I do. I see Chewie from Star Wars. Chewbacca. Were you with him last night?
Yeah, I was in a school learning, and I was like a child, and I was learning, and there was a teddy bear that I looked at that had my name on it.
Was it Chewbacca?
Well, I don't know. I made it. I made it myself. I remember that.
What about the night before?
Well, there was, I don't know, the night before, I do have a lot of dreams about having like this gum inside my tongue or whatever. I'm trying to pull it out. And the night before that, I had a fishing line that I was trying to pull out of my throat, and it was pulling my insides, like my throat on the inside, and I couldn't pull it was like a fishing line out of my mouth, and it was hurting, and it felt like some kind of,
That sounds like a message to you, actually. Do you speak a lot of the truth, or do you keep quiet a lot?
I keep quiet.
Yeah, that's what it is. Fishing line is take the fishing line out. Speak your truth and annoy people.
I'm trying to, but it was hurting my body. It was hurting my organs. Like it was hurting me.
I would never have one of those because Rick's always telling me, "Can you stop speaking your truth?"
You need one of them then.
No, I
Very
need a
painful.
zipper. I need a zipper. I don't see anything.
I don't see that.
I just see Chewbacca.
That's very good. I'm happy. I feel pretty good.
He's just walking behind you with his paw on your, I guess it's his paw on your shoulder, walking with you. You're like in Star Wars.
Yeah, I feel like that, eh? Also,
Yeah,
he's
that's
benevolent.
I thought Star Wars was real.
Yeah, it is. It's an
I
Akashic
don't see
Records
any,
reading,
yeah,
isn't
I
it?
don't see any,
So he's benevolent, that guy.
yeah.
It's like what are those dudes in the forest that go?
It sounds like a friend, past life friend, or an aspect. It could be an aspect of yours, quite easily.
like he's one of your guides.
Or he's an aspect.
Yeah.
Can you
Well, I feel like
speak? Can you speak that language?
Yeah, I'll try. Probably some kind of light language. But I feel like I had ants all over me all night. Like I had ants all over me.
I didn't see them. Probably his ticks.
I still don't get anything from that.
Just say
Cool,
stop.
eh?
I'll give you 2 cards.
Stop.
The first time, Ryan, that we haven't had to clean you up. Good boy.
Thank you. That's easy, but I was just monitoring. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing good.
Dreams.
Yeah.
How surprising, eh?
Yeah, that's all it is for me.
You're being sent messages in your dreams. Keep a pen next to it. And it's
Yes,
got manifestation. So
Mm.
your plans may change, but you will see peace and happiness on the way. But manifestation, not bad.
Yeah, I'm just about logging. I got a book there, but I don't do it. I put a book there, but I just got to write in it. So I remember more.
You could
Thank
write a
you.
book.
I'm probably good with all the crazy
Could
dreams.
write a book.
Chapter 1, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Ryan Wars.
Oh, cheers for that. Yeah. Orion Walls.
Huey and his
All right.
ticks.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Cheers for that.
Okay, next we have Raven. Just read Raven's message. Interested in a scan and healing, please. That's for Raven.
Raven.
Don't think.
She's gone.
Here we go.
So next I think is Iana or Lana.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I'm here. That's me.
I would love anything you see that would benefit humanity, please.
Being drawn is something on your neck, by the way. It's not being drawn.
You have
That's
something.
funny.
You have something new going on in your life.
Not as yet. No.
You have a new angel. Her name is Constanza.
Write that down.
You have 'cause she's new for something that's changing. She's there to help you through a change.
A guide or an angel?
Angel.
And yes, by the way, I do have something attached to my neck. I don't know what it is, but I do have a picture of it.
You have a picture of it.
Yeah, and it's really ugly looking, really scary looking.
Is it what I was picking? Is it between a beetle and a fly? Sort of that sort of.
I don't know it. It looks like an Indian headdress, but with a death face in the center of it. And
Right.
the death face looks like a monkey's face too. It's really weird looking.
Have you got it there?
I would have to pull it up somewhere in my phone, but I do have
Right.
it. Yes,
Okay.
I
You
can
wanna
send
se-
it to you.
Yeah, you could send it to us. If you sent it now, we could put it on the screen, but it's up to you.
Instant messenger on on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Do you follow Phil
Um,
And Deb.
or me?
I think I just connected today. I received something that led me here today to you guys. And I'm dealing with a few mini strokes and a lot of health issues. So it takes me time to do things.
Okay.
Have you had the? I'm not even saying the word. We can't say it on YouTube.
Are you juiced? Did you
Not
get
at all.
juiced?
Never. No, not at all. I don't take anything from the system.
Yeah, good.
I was in a coma in 2012 to 2013, and I feel it's very different that I'm not myself anymore. And I've lost all my abilities and capabilities, and no longer can I connect.
But what I'm getting, and even though you said that I was getting this on your neck, is he some magic going on here?
I have a funny feeling that there is, yes.
Yeah.
Let me explain
Right.
something to you. You don't lose your connection.
No,
You're always connected.
Okay.
The only person that thinks you're not connected is you because of whatever's happening in your life. But you're connected. You would never not be connected. You're still breathing, Every breath you take, you're connected.
Okay.
So know that you're always connected. And
Okay.
believe me, you're connected.
Thank you.
There could be though something being manipulated here. It's definitely black magic sort of thing.
Yeah. This is Creator talking to you. This is God. You are never disconnected from Him. He is never, ever. Your angels, you're not disconnected from them. Your guides, you're not disconnected from them. They're always with you. So no matter what is happening to you, you're always connected.
And that's why you're here.
That's right. That's why you're here.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, I've been crying out for several years, and I just started being able to speak clearly again because I didn't even know who I was when I came out of the coma for 3 years. So now that I'm praying a lot more and calling in the archangels, I know that they guided me today to you, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, what happened? What this 2012-13, did anything happen? Any trauma or anything happen at the time?
Yes, I had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening that I didn't know what was happening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it lasted, I would say, close to a year that it was open. And it caused a lot of issues for the brain. I don't know, I must have fried a lot of different things. And during that time also, I believe that I had met what I was told was a twin flame, but I really don't know. I had to walk away from this individual because I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, a twin flame's hardly ever romantic. It's just someone with your keys and your codes.
Well, definitely he opened my heart chakra up because I don't think it had been opened up before. Just by being in my presence, it was not romantic at all. But the connection was really bizarre. Really bizarre.
What did he do spiritually?
What do I do?
What did he do?
Well, we were just sitting, for instance, I was on one couch in my living room, he was on another, and he was doing NLP work, neuro-linguistics practitioner, and he was trying to heal me from past traumas. And before we even started, he had, I guess, called in my higher self, an aspect of my higher self, and I saw an aspect of him, not even in the ether, it was in my mind. And I turned and said to him, what a beautiful little picture I'm seeing. And he couldn't believe. And then from there, he just started testing me and to see what it is I could see and whatnot. And then he called in Jesus and Mary. And then they stood in front of us and I couldn't hear anything. I just couldn't believe everything that was happening. And then the same within a few minutes, then he took me flying out of my body. And we were flying over green mountains somewhere, I think in northern BC somewhere. And after that experience, I started seeing too many things that kind of scared me once I wasn't in his presence. And I saw a lot of dead people and whatnot. And it scared me to the point where I remember at one point, just before I went into a coma, I said, I want all of this to stop now. I can't handle it because I don't know what's happening to me. And not only that, I was able to control like the weather and I didn't feel anything anymore. All time stood still and I was just in a void. It was so bizarre and I had nobody to talk to. So, and before that, I used to do a lot of healing, hands-on healing with Jesus. So I worked a lot with him. And when I came out of the coma 7 days later, I have not felt myself at all anymore. So I'm scared to open up because I don't know what I'm opening up to.
That's part of the blockage. For a minute, I was thinking, have you given your power away to this suspected twin flame? That's what I was expecting there, because you got to be careful with your own power. Let me check. You'll feel an energy surge.
Is this guy on Facebook that was your twin flame?
Yes, his name is Jason Grinham. Grinham, Jason. You might see a picture of him sitting with his wife on a turquoise couch, and his wife is of Oriental descent.
What was the surname? Sorry, Green.
Like he's sitting on a green or a turquoise
Right there.
velour couch. That was the last time I looked at a picture. That was a few years back.
Yeah. What was his surname, Sarah?
Grinham.
Yeah,
Where is he located?
Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's where I'm located. I had a dream 2 nights ago. I normally have not dreamt since I had come out of the coma. And the dream I had 2 nights ago was him standing in front of me, and we sat down at a table, and he had 2 cards in his hand. And one he laid on the table, and he looked at me and he said, "Would you move in with me?" And he said, "The other card I'm going to put away for later." And I just looked at him and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I woke up and I said, "There's no possible way."
Can you feel that energy, by the way?
I can, yes.
That's good. So that means you are connected in a way. You haven't blocked everything.
I also, when I used to work at a spiritualist church, they taught many different modalities, and there were 2 witches there. I went to a couple of classes learning how to do tarot cards just in the beginning, and I have a funny feeling that these 2 women, for whatever their own reasons, were the ones who had either bound me or put a spell on me, because it was this one day that I felt this energy, really nasty energy with me before I had the coma. And the next day I went to church and I looked at the 2 of them and I said, "Oh, I'm assuming that it was your friend, somebody." I said the name and they both looked at each other and they looked fearful. And I said, "Well, I sent him to the light, so he's no longer with me." But I can tell that this one person, her name is something Smith. I can't think of the first name right now. That it's her or both of them, because I was very connected to Jesus, and I know that it's not me that was doing the healing, but I also know that they were very insecure with me being there.
Yeah, I can't find him. I really want to see this guy.
Well, he looks a lot like me. Just
Like who?
he looks a lot like me. We look a lot alike.
I'm more interested in these witches, aren't you? This spiritual church. Right, I'm connecting. You'll feel it. I'm going to try. I think the skull in the back of the neck. Your neck is your input to your psychic ability and stuff like that. I think that's taking your power. I think it's just I don't think they binded it. I think they're actually using it. So you get what I mean. So binding it is stopping your power getting out. Putting something there to take it means they'll get more power. They're getting your power. So I'm going to take that off. In fact, I'm going to visit.
Okay. I remember her first name now. It's Nicole. No, sorry. Again, gone. Jeez.
Don't worry. It'll be all.
Does she have black hair?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I'm connected.
She's Native American too.
The kitties are in here. Move her. Out. Thank you. Stay outside. Oliver's like, "What the hell?" Come here.
Sorry about that.
I've always been such a giving person, and I've given a lot of things to a lot of people, and I know that these 2 women, I had given clothes. I probably gave other personal items. You know, when somebody wants something, I just give it away. I don't want to hold on to it. So now knowing that to do that is a connection to me, and I think that that's how they've gotten in.
Your energies and your items, like the Indians say that everything you own is part of you. So yeah, native Indians used to say it. That's right, isn't it, Deb? That everything you own is you. It's like a one thing. I'm connected anyway. I'm going to get rid of it. I'll sort these 2 out.
We have 12 Native American, well, they're called the ancestors, and they're from the star people. They're Mayan, they're Native American, and but there are 12 of them around us always.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. I love the Native Americans.
Well,
One of my healers here in Canada, his name was Don Cardinal, and unfortunately he had passed away about 12 years ago. And an amazing human being. And I haven't been able to connect or smell sage like I used to when I knew that he was around.
you have to stop thinking that you're not connected. You are connected. And even Jesus wants you to stop saying that. You are still connected.
Okay.
Anytime you say his name, he's there. Anytime.
Okay.
Even if you think you can't feel him, he's still with you.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take that away from anyone.
Well, I know I certainly have lost myself for the past 10, 12 years, and I miss me.
You're still there. The only
Do
thing
you feel anything at the moment?
the only thing that is you're missing the connection to yourself.
Yes.
You and your connection. Jesus is standing right with you now. You can see him.
I feel like a tugging at the back of my neck by my shoulder blade.
Yeah.
And the tugging is coming up, like from back in here.
That's Philip working on you.
What I'm doing, which is, it's not dark. I'm actually taking their energy until they release their connection. It is them. Until they release their connection, I'm taking their life force. They know about it, so they've got to break it.
Hello.
Did we lose Philip?
Hmm?
Oh, there. He moved.
Do I let me? Do you know, either they smoke or my son's sneakily smoking it and it smells on the crystal ball. One or the other, I don't know. How do you feel in the back of your neck now?
It's hard to say. It's been such a long time.
I'll send you some healing now.
Thank you. I notice my voice is changing.
Hopefully I won't change into the Mauryan healer that one of my aspects starts connecting with me a lot. That'd be strange, wouldn't it?
I was wondering if possibly too, if anybody might have a message from my mother who passed away 4 years ago in my arms. Her name's Sylvia.
Sylvia is fine.
Good.
Sylvia was an angelic. Did you know she was an angel?
Not the way she treated me, no. Did not know that.
There's a reason why angelics come here for a purpose and experience. She didn't know she was an angel either because we come here without a memory, but her experience, her growing up developed her humanity. So her experience as a child created the way she was in this experience.
Yeah, she came through the Second World War. She had a lot, and I understand all of it. So I forgave her. So that's why I was the only child to stay with her till the end. I just wanted her to know that I loved her, and I always did. Even though I hated her the way she treated me, I still loved her no matter what.
Yeah.
I just wanted her to know that.
Yeah, what I'm guessing, this is what I've been getting. She's been trying to guide you to us. She's the one who's been trying to get you back. Okay? Trying to mend if you have watched how she treated you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I've got to thank you as well.
Thank you guys so much.
Do you want some oracle cards?
Yes, please.
Just say stop.
Stop.
So, need a retreat, a break from your journey to slow and recoup. I think to recoup, to get back to normal, you just need a break, and then study, learn new skills for your growth, for your journey, for your growth. That's it, yeah. Growth.
Just remember you are connected. Know that everything's going to be coming back to you. Everything.
Thank you so much. Through Messenger, I'll send a picture of Jason and a picture of that other thing that was there.
Yeah, they just go, well, yeah, your mum had a lot of regrets, and that's why she's guided you. She's been like a guide for you at the moment for the last since she died. So she's got unfinished business to get you back on your track. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow, what a blessing. That's wonderful to hear, and I'm ever so grateful from the bottom of my heart. I thank you all so very much.
You're welcome.
So much love to you all. Thank you.
How
Bye-bye.
do you feel like in your energy? Does it feel like it's coming back now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm opening up to who I am, which was filled with so much love and healing for everybody.
You've got Jesus's hands on your shoulders right now. You've got a lot of things that are going to be happening in the next few days. So and the energy stays with you for 7 that Philip put through for you, and the Creator put some energy in you. You're going to get some downloads. They're going to catch up with some downloads. So a lot of expansion happening in the next week or 2.
That's wonderful. I've been asking so much to be able to catch up, where I was before, and then more. Is there anything that I can do after these 7 days to protect myself, or these witches won't come back again? Like, will I be okay from
No, they
them, or?
won't. You got protection on you, but they won't. Yeah. When they've had a warning, they don't do it back.
Yeah, and sending that photo of the original guy that started all this stuff. Phil and I really want to look and see who he is.
Yeah, I want to see the skull. Definitely, that'll be very interesting.
I most certainly will. Then I'll figure out how to do that through Messenger.
Yeah.
If maybe you could just say hi on Messenger, so then that way I know how to connect all the rest of it. That would be wonderful.
Are you in our group?
I am. I think Philip is the one who sent me the message to come tonight.
Oh, okay.
Through Facebook.
Okay.
So I am in the group.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, them women, I think it's not quite, it's more voodoo stuff. It's very dark stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know anybody that does that kind of stuff.
I've met a few. Especially, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
we'll connect again, I'm sure. Thank you so very much again. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Gabrielle and Cindy. And the message is, I would love a hailing scan for myself. Mum would also like a hailing scan on my phone. That's Gabrielle Reed and Cindy Jumper.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I just ran to the restroom.
A really bad connection again.
Why did they be doing that to me?
I don't know.
Here, let me shut some things off real quick. Oh. Is this better? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. I went right to your stomach. What's going on with your stomach?
I don't know. I thought maybe my body was just changing what it wanted to eat. Can you...
Come on here. Have a good night.
You too. I had that like weird digestive issue thing like a couple weeks ago, or was it last week? It was like I was experiencing a lot of diarrhea and stuff. But it's went back to normal, but I just kind of feel like ucky.
Yeah, it's all red, and like your stomach and your intestines are really red.
So remember when I kept having like the issues with the yeast infections and stuff? I wasn't having that, but it's like my numbers weren't right. And I'm like, why do I keep getting this? Like, is there anything you guys pick up that I could do, or?
Have you started doing the borax?
I did. I've kind of slacked off on that though. I was doing that.
If you're a slacker, I mean, it's not going to work.
Yeah, because I was doing it in my tea every day, and then I stopped drinking tea.
Well, you don't do it in tea. You do it in distilled water.
Yeah.
Distilled water. If you don't do it in distilled water, it's not going to work, honey. You only put a little bit of juice in it, and the rest is distilled water. That's what I'm drinking here.
Okay.
And you put a quarter of a teaspoon and it's got to be 32 ounces of distilled water, a little bit of juice to flavor it, because it doesn't taste good if you just do distilled water. Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it in the tea.
Yeah, but you have to do distilled water.
Okay.
Very important.
Will do.
And you have to keep it up. The only time you don't do it, you do it for a week. Take 2 days off, and then do it a week. 2 days off, a week, 2 days off. I don't do, yeah. You constantly do it. It's very good for
Okay.
you.
Do you like grape?
Like grape
Ocean spray.
Ocean spray. It's
Okay.
cran
Yeah.
grape.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can get him to drink.
You know what I
Okay.
do, Deb? I sprinkle it in my coffee. I just can't be bothered making the solution up. I just sprinkle it in my coffee.
Double duo.
It helps. It does.
Is there anything else?
What you eat, what you put in your body is important. If you're eating a lot of fried foods, if you're eating a lot of sugar, your body's going to tell you. Or if you're eating fast food, like if you're eating McDonald's and Burger King, that stuff is going to tear you up. The older you get, the worse it is for you. As you mature, it's only going to make.
Yeah, I don't eat out.
Because they use the kind of oil they use in these restaurants is really bad for you, and that's when you're going to start affecting your intestines.
Even like box food, I think that's where my main thing is, like getting frozen stuff out of the frozen section, because a lot of the time like we'll eat fresh. I haven't been drawn to eat a lot of meat lately. It's been like a lot of vegetables and a little bit of like turkey, but I think it's certain things. I know what they're talking about, like the chips, stuff like
just have to
that.
be careful. The fast food restaurants industry is just toxic. I know a lot of people. You got to work late and you're exhausted. You're just starving, and you're going to grab something. It's hard. It's hard. Grab a salad.
Okay.
Or go home and eat a tuna fish. I know it's hard. But it's so much better for you. It really is. It's not worth your intestines and everything else getting like that. It really isn't.
So it's nothing spiritual. It's just diet changes I need to make.
It's just better for you. It really is.
Yeah. I'm all for it. It's all good. All good, better prep.
It's just it's what they're trying to kill us.
It's discouraging.
It's the oils and if you saw what those oils are made out of,
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah, that's the thing. It like starts turning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's really, really awful.
My
So,
stomach's feeling a lot better though.
yeah, because it's being healed.
Yes,
You still got a bit of a bad back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shifted some of that. You know, I had pain in my arm here. You haven't got pain in the arm there, have you? You haven't had the needle, have you?
No. I've been like I'm sitting in the chair, but like my arm needs to be like this. So it's kind of like my back's been like compensating. I've been taking notes. So yeah, I think that's what that's from. Because I try to stretch it out. It's like I kind of like but yeah.
Okay.
Got 2 cards, by the way.
Thank you.
Say
Yes,
stop.
please.
You're frozen a bit, but just say stop.
Stop. Stop.
I've got it. Everyone wants this. New beginnings and freedom. So that's pretty good. Embrace embrace new opportunities that come your way, and freedom. Wow, freedom. You may feel trapped, like in prison, but you've got the keys to get out of that prison.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're gonna have a change shortly.
Hey. That's awesome. I've been looking for a change, like for personal, like business and like work wise. I've been looking for something. So, and I had something kind of come together the other day, so I'm gonna pursue that.
There you go.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me call mom. Hey, mom.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Cindy,
Hello.
what's happening?
I'm just having some achy bones in my back.
Achy breaky?
Yeah.
Do you have to lift things at work?
Not anymore.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm looking for a job where I do not.
Is it just is it the middle back and down?
Yes, on the right side.
Is it where your kidneys are?
No, it's more up like behind under my shoulder blade.
Oh, it's really high.
Yeah, I lifted one of those 5-pound Pepsi things to put on the the top of the lot, and the doctor said I ripped my wing muscle.
Okay, you should feel some energy there. Also, down around your hips, lower spine, and across your hips,
Yes.
around your, and then around your root chakra,
Yes.
or down on your tailbone area.
Yes. Exactly.
Quite a lot of pain in your neck, back, sorry.
Yes, it's like a stabbing.
Father's guided me to your throat and neck area for healing. I don't know whether you've had a sore throat or feel like there's lumps here.
I've had a little bit of nasal congestion the last couple of days.
I don't know whether it's dripping, but you've got some it's healing your throat. He's bringing me up to your sinus and all through your sinuses, and even into your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that?
Yes, I feel much better.
Good. That's all I've got. Any more?
Okay. No, thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Purple looks good on you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Be blessed, everyone.
Thank you.
You don't want a card then?
Yes, please.
Say stop.
Stop.
You need some frequency, some music, and music will make the miracles eminent. So yeah, have more music in your life. The frequency help you to get grounded. The miracles, and it'll probably help you back as well.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, ask if you need a miracle, just ask for one. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just ask for a miracle.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Avery.
Deb?
Yes.
Yeah, have you seen that picture? Do you want me to show it on here for a few seconds? It
Yes.
looks
You
quite
can share
mad.
it. Yes, please do.
Uh,
Is that for the man?
no, this is what's on the back of her neck.
So it was on the back of the neck?
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Ooh.
Wow.
See the face.
Yeah.
Put it stop. I've got rid of it, but
Wow.
some voodoo stuff that.
Wow.
You can even see the face here.
Yeah.
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 I see what you mean about it being like a bee, but something else at the same time.
Mm.
Wow.
Interesting.
Definitely some voodoo rubbish on it.
Hmm.
Okay.
It feels a cross between Native Americans and voodoo. It feels like both. That's a bit strange.
I saw two faces there. The big one, which kind of looks like a monkey with a big eyes, and then underneath where the chin area is, and it looks like a man with a beard.
There's one there.
Mhm.
Where's the other? That's like a monkey sort of thing. Where's the other one? Here.
Yeah.
There's one there, isn't there?
Oh, there's actually
And it's something there.
There's one here.
Hmm?
There's one here.
There's a few faces.
There's a lot of like not just the one, is there?
There's one here.
Right, so I'll turn it off then.
Mhm.
Never seen out like that before. Wow. You get something new every time.
Okay, next we have For Me to Be Me, who would like a scan and healing, please.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Right now I'm currently living with a client. So and I haven't been able to sleep for a couple of days, just trying to relax. He went into hospital, so I'm here taking care of the animals. He's got a security system, and he's out in the woods, which I love.
Forgot your name.
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
For some reason, Zoom doesn't allow me to change my name anymore. And I can't see the chat anymore either. I have to go look at
Are
it.
you on the phone?
No, I'm on my PC. I used to be able to do it, but I can't do it anymore. So while we were waiting, I was eating pistachios.
Yeah, you can tell you're more grounded. That's where you are, isn't it? It grounds your energy a bit. You feel, I can feel you better. You got better energy with you.
I named you Bonnie.
Pardon?
I renamed you Bonnie.
Thank you. I just said, forget it.
I'm terrible with names, so
I am too.
I see too many people. Okay, and Rick kept going, what's her name? Because he writes down notes. And I'm like, I forgot.
Deb, when I teach judo, everyone's called you.
You?
Yeah.
And you? And you?
And in case How did she get that? I am curious. How did she get that picture? How did they take that picture?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is she still here?
It's as though she's having healing. She's on a bed, lying down. No, she's not.
And I noticed somebody else asked the same question.
I don't know.
So I figured when it was my turn, I would ask. I am trying to get more grounded. It's just difficult because of the family dynamics here. There's 3 children. I don't want to really get into that. I just need to get some sleep. And I don't smoke weed, but I might just have to start so I can sleep.
So,
Was I supposed to say that? Maybe not.
It's okay.
so you're not in your own place anymore?
No, that whole situation blew up and end of January, February, and I was living in my car. My animals I got harassed by the sheriff's department long story short of it, I had to surrender my animals. They got euthanized, and my brother then offered for me to stay with him. I stayed there. That's how I actually, through him, got this connection to do the work with this client as a caretaker, 15 to 20 hours a week. And his situation, he changed his diet, stopped drinking, and was doing great. However, he's been getting the regular juices, and he's now falling down and getting hurt. And he asked me to stay
Are you
here.
talking about the juices here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was doing great. So long story short of it, he knew my circumstances and he really wanted me to stay here to help him for multiple reasons, not only just spiritual, but regain his strength, because he's not local. He's not. I've been with him on his the mental health, cognitive, and he's fully functioning there. But when he got hospitalized, it was definitely a total different behavior than I'd ever seen before. They weren't keeping him dressed.
You're giving him stuff.
Yeah, and it took a little while to. The 3 children were his wife's children. She passed a year and a half ago. And I don't really want to get involved in the family dynamics, but he keeps telling everybody that I'm his wife and I'm here to help him. But that's really not what I'm here for. I correct it. However, he gave me a room and a place to stay, and I'm helping him with his animals and taking care of the house and stuff like that. That happened 3 days ago. Well, tonight will be the 3rd night, but I haven't been able to sleep because he's got security alarms that he didn't get a chance to teach me how it all worked. So I've been kind of finding things out on the fly. Then I found out that the dog has, I think, a urinary tract infection, but I don't have, authority to go and take the dog to the vet. It's another caregiver facility or organization that does. So, but since he's in the hospital, they can't justify billable hours. So it's been interesting to say the least, but I want to get a good night's sleep tonight. But I forgot about that earlier when I could have gotten some, CBD to smoke or something, just so I can sleep, because the deers and stuff and the wolves and all the other wildlife come through the gates, which is the only one currently that's on, and it trips the security alarm. And that doesn't help when, or the stepdaughter, whatever, will call at any time of the day. And it's like, well, just trying to take a bath, I have to shut the phone off. So, and they all know where he is.
So why are they calling?
Well, I know why she's calling, because there's certain things that he has, said. And I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. I feel like I went from one hornet's nest to another. However, my brother, interestingly enough, how he found out about everything of me telling my entire family that did do the juices, that he, I can't remember if it was on the session, because he didn't agree with what I was doing with you guys. So I'd have to go outside or go in my car. The last one, he wasn't home, so I did it anyway.
Yeah.
But 3 days, I'd say 3 days ago or 4 days ago, he was actually watching it's a new series that came out in 2020. It was filmed in 2021, but it was all about the prophets that showed what was happening behind the scenes, but they did it in a way now. I mean, it's even being publicized because it's on Roku or whatever, but he shut it off because I think that's when he came fully aware that, because he's always been faith-based and, you know, very spiritual and stuff, that he came, I think, to the realization that what I was telling him all this time was true. And now I think he's trying to work through some really serious fear issues because he took them.
Yeah.
But he's still not into this
Yeah.
these sessions and stuff. So he doesn't really talk about it anymore. And I've offered a couple, even, you know, family members that are well off. Why don't you just come and sit in?
Yeah.
They all have heart problems and serious diabetes issues, but they don't want to try anything alternative.
Well, you can't force anybody, but
No, just suggest it.
What are your complaints this time? What do you feel that we can help you with today?
Well, I don't know if I'm assuming that the scan came back clean. I've just been having some sinus issues, which has been causing teeth problems, but I think it's just the allergies. And I had to shut off all of they had like 2 or 3 of these big air freshener type things. I had to shut them all off because I couldn't breathe, and open the house and air it all out.
Probably because the filters have not been cleaned.
No, I'm talking about those like Febreze things.
Oh.
And it's because he has
about air cleaner things. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. He has a catheter, and what would happen is he'd get dizzy and fall, and he'd accidentally disconnected. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I was okay, and because I'm in a new area, I do get concerned about mainly the daughter. She does not want me here at all. She wants him in a nursing home, and he's too young. He's like 74. But that's not.
He has to make that decision unless he's proven that he can't make decisions for himself. And I don't think that's his real daughter.
It's not. None of the children are his biologically, but he took care of them since he was 20. Since he was 23.
Unless he gave her power of attorney, she has no say.
He won't give anybody power of attorney. So that's why I work directly with him directly. And I've pretty much said, no, I work for him, period. So needless to say, I, just kind of stayed out of all that. But I just wanted to make sure that I was okay.
I don't feel, Phil, do you feel anything? I don't feel anything.
I think the energies are better, actually.
Yeah.
They are getting better. They are getting better. It's just my sinuses and stuff have been driving me crazy.
I think you probably did the right thing in just opening your windows.
Yeah, and turning all them things off.
Yeah.
Okay. You want any cards?
Please.
I think the stress of where you moved from to here, it's better here, even though you're not getting any sleep.
Yeah.
And that's how things start coming out, don't they? When
I
you
think
relax
so.
and everything.
Yeah.
Just come
I
out.
went and got
I would Google the alarm system and see how it works.
I'm okay with it, because when he gets back, he's going to want it anyway. And it's only the front gate when people come into the driveway, which is fine with me. I don't care. They can't get in. I can promise you that. This thing's like Fort Knox here. No lie. So
if you get in, can you ask him to say stop?
Stop. Give me some good ones, Phil.
Yeah, you have nature and trust.
It's funny.
So connect with nature more every day, which is probably just going outside. And
I love doing that. It's been great. Thank you, guys.
Learn that trust. Learn by your lessons, your mistakes, and trust your intuition. That's it. Trust your intuition.
I'd actually wrote that because I felt that a couple of people ago, so I wrote that down, and then so I'm not surprised that you got that card. Yeah. But I'm grateful, guys. I really appreciate everything that you're helping me with, just to check until I get better.
You look a lot better. It's good.
You do. All righty.
Okay, next we have Dee, who would also like a scan and healing.
Is that Ziggy?
Yeah.
Dee?
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm having a...
Well, you muted yourself.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, now.
You muted yourself again.
Hi. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I can't see you
there
guys.
We go.
There you go.
I can't see you guys anymore. I don't know what happened. It says
Oh, now you muted yourself
I
again.
know, I'm trying to tap. I'm on my phone and I'm trying to.
Tap the camera.
You are. Okay, now I can see you. Gee whiz. Well, this is my first time here. Thank you, Philip, for inviting me. I would kind of like an energy scan. I've been having a problem for it's been almost a year now with an ex-lover who I think tried to do a binding on me. It's affected my finances. It's affecting just my social life, my job. Very intrusive.
Is he on Facebook?
No.
Do you have a picture of him?
No, I don't. I got rid of all the pictures of him. He's got a very unique name. I don't even like to say it.
Well, we have to somehow find a photo.
What was he into? We can connect to you to them. It is a back way of doing it. But what was he into? Was he into spirituality?
Well, I don't really know. It's a very strange story. His father was a reverend, Episcopal reverend, and I think he really kind of messed with this poor guy growing up. He was a narcissist. This guy is textbook narcissist. I have a bad habit of attracting them, I think. Yeah, he I don't know. It's either he renounced the church because of the way his father treated him, or and got into some dark arts himself, or he's paying someone to do things. And I mean, I can really feel an energy pull on him sometimes, and then he'll text me. Like it'll be 3 or 4 months I won't hear from him, and then I'll really just feel him pulling on my energy, and then he'll send me a text message, like.
Well, it has to be him that's doing it to you then, if you feel him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he, when we first met and we really hit it off, I thought we were soulmates. I'm not sure if I really believe in that twin flame thing, but I think, there was some kind of soul tie, maybe in a past life with him. I really felt a connection, either that or he was doing or having somebody do obsession spells on me, or it's really strange though. I can feel, I think I can feel his energy sometimes still.
Yeah. I won't need the picture of him, because if his energy is attached to you, I can go through you to get to him, if you get what I mean. So just relax and the fun starts.
Is he Hispanic?
No, German, Pennsylvania, German. Ooh, my heart's racing.
I'm actually getting some sort of satanic stuff here.
I'm not surprised. He was into some pretty weird stuff, and I don't really want to go into detail. I really do think he tried to siphon my energy.
He hasn't paid anyone. He was part of like a club.
Okay.
That did messed about, like an old men's club where they did it, but they had a drink and then they started getting the weird stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know he was in a club like Freemasons maybe?
No, I didn't, but it wouldn't surprise me. I
Something
didn't know.
like in that ground. Yeah. Right, now to stop it. So can you feel that?
Yes. My head's pounding right now. My heart's racing.
Well, let's just have a break. Yeah, we were using something that you had, and one of my aspects took your energy out of it. I've never seen that before. So it's part of you. We can use it. My aspects took the energy of you out of it. So now it's not you, if you get what I mean. And they've been given a warning. So you've got like a net over you to protect you from any attacks. But yeah, he's connected. He's been siphoning your energy and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some sort of ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you some healing now. That was just starting the warrior work. Yeah. Can you feel that?
Yes.
You feel lighter now?
A little bit, but I feel this pressure in my head, and I kind of feel tightness in my right shoulder. It's kind of weird. I feel like
you don't have any implants. He's trying to connect with her
right now.
Yeah. Can you feel that, Phil?
Yeah, just one second. The pressure in your head is you're creating that
Mm.
stress of it all, the worry and everything.
It does. It feels like a tension headache, kind of.
Okay, just try and breathe through. Relax. Let it go. Let it all go through your feet. When you release that breath, see it go into the earth, in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you release it through the mouth, try and do a 3 times. You can actually see it leaving. See it, all the toxins leaving from that.
He had a filthy energy.
It's exactly what's leaving you.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky, dark. The healing that's going through you now is coming from Creator. It's white diamond light, and from Phil, it's almost like lightning bolts. It's like it's charging you with this beautiful energy.
It's wonderful. It's what I need.
It's giving you energy. It's healing you. It's charging you up and giving you more energy than you've had.
Thank you.
And it lasts this energy will stay with you for 7 days and then just fade into your auric field, and you'll be back to normal, feel great.
Forgive him.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to forgive him. And he has a very unique profession. He fixes and tunes church organs. So he goes into churches in the Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Virginia area.
Perfect for him. That's the swamp.
Yeah, I guess, huh? But
if you don't forgive him, then you're accepting the ownership of the connection. You've got to forgive him, and by forgiving him, you're breaking it.
It's very difficult. Yeah.
You have to do this for you.
Forgive him and send him love, and he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's difficult, I know, but that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
What I was doing, I was sending, like what Deb said, I was sending platinum and ray from the 22nd chakra in 5D, and there's like pillars of light, which you mentioned, going from each dimension.
It looks
that's how
like
it comes
lightning
through.
going through you. It's amazing.
Yeah.
To see this.
Beautiful. Thank you.
But you're giving your power away by not forgiving him. You're giving him power.
Okay.
And by sending him love, you're keeping your power and giving it, and you're keeping your power, and because the work he's doing, they don't like love. Do you understand that?
Mm.
They like negative energy. That they feed off of negative, not positive. So that's you're trying to heal him of the negativity.
Is he demonic then?
They're practicing demon. That's what they're doing. Yes, he's a demon. He's practicing satanic rituals.
He's not a demon yet, but he wants to be probably.
Yeah. So
I think they
you
play
sending
with
him
it.
love, you're trying to counteract that.
Yeah, I don't think I think they play with it more than do it serious, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like they really probably knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew
I
what they were
play
doing.
with it.
They knew what they were doing.
Okay.
But it's okay. Let them be. That's their journey. This is your journey. You have to take care of you. You can't help anybody else if you don't take care of yourself.
Right. Well, I feel a little bit freer, but I honestly, I feel a little fatigued right now.
It's all right.
You will.
But you'll start feeling better and better as the week goes on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Want 2 cards?
Okay.
Just say stop.
Stop.
I think the nature is you need grounding. Yeah. So it's nature. So join with nature daily. Yeah. The other one, harmony. Let go of your trouble. In other words, don't hang on to, like we were saying, don't hang on to him.
Yeah.
And nature is to ground the energies, to get rid of the energies. So do a bit of grounding every day. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next is me. Yay. Okay. So my challenge is very similar to last year when I spoke to you guys. So it's still to do with a car accident. My body is still in pain all the time. I've been taking THCA and THC-CBN tinctures, and I've run out. So now that I've run out, I'm actually in more pain. So, but that's okay. I can pick some up from. I'll have some tomorrow. So I would like some help with the muscular and fascial systems in my body, because they are still under a lot of stress, and that's where the pain is coming from, well, according to my physiotherapist, new guy. And the work he's doing has been really good in that I get the relief and I actually am feeling physically stronger. So that's working really well. I can walk faster, but yeah, there's still the pain and the dizziness and the nausea and all that jazz. So that's one part. And the other part is boundaries. So many lessons with boundaries. And one of the things that I've seen is I'm not seeing these signs early enough, and it would be nice to have that tweak done so I can see the sign. So then I'm like, okay, don't give too much. So very similar to the other lady who was on here, where she just gives and gives and gives, and then at the end of it, it's like, oh, damn, why didn't I see that they were actually taking? And yeah, just to stop that. And I've actually noticed that when with certain people, when I don't have to worry, when there is no issue with boundary, there is so much abundance. But then when I'm around people who want to take, then the abundance is blocked. And it's like, okay, well, that's definitely a big sign, but it'd be nice to have the tweak so I don't have that block and I just steer away from them. And I know
Did you have it before the accident?
Sorry?
Did you have that type of, did you have the gift before the accident where you could read people better?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I don't remember you having an issue with this before.
Yeah.
'Cause you were pretty spot on with people before.
Yes, I was. So, but that's one of the things, and probably because I rely so much on my body to help me see, that since the accident, even though there are some skills that have become stronger, when it comes to the sight, it's like, why is the sight not so good anymore? But some things I can see.
Didn't you have all the clairs?
Sorry?
Didn't you have all the clairs? Claircognizant, clairaudience, didn't you have mostly all the clairs before? You were clairvoyant, yeah. So it's your clairs that we need to heal. It's your clairs.
Okay, thank you.
Because those are the ones that have gotten messed up since the accident. So if you have an energy walk in the room, like an archangel or Metatron, can you still feel their energy and know who it is?
Yeah, so I can feel the high vibration really well. I can still recognize
And
people
know who it is. Yeah.
Yes, I know who it is. But the dark, when they mask themselves, I'm not sensing that they're dark.
Okay.
And in the past, I could actually see that it's you're masking. Yeah.
I know you could. Okay. Yeah. So she has implants, and I think that's what you've got implants, and I think that's what's controlling that part of it.
That's very well hidden because I've been scanning and I've
But they have some new ones. They have some new ones where you can't see them. They're like invisible. Okay. But see, because that part of you is broken, and that's what they're controlling, where you cannot, when you can't see them, but we can see them by feeling their energy, the implant's energy. That's why you can't.
Okay.
These are new ones from the archons. You've got 3 along your spine. You've got 1 in your shoulder. Are these parts of your body that have been bothering you? Your back? Well, your back, it's your nervous system. Uh-oh, is she frozen? Are you frozen? Oh, she's got a tracker in her foot too. Are we frozen? Are we frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Oh, I was just making sure. Crap. The ones that you can't, I can only see the shadow of them. They're, the ones.
If he comes back.
Yeah.
Got to look now.
There she is.
Hello. You're on mute.
Oh, what happened?
You froze.
I thought you were just doing your thing. That's why I went silent.
You froze.
Have you still got the chat?
She froze again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm frozen or you're frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen. Your picture isn't.
Can you hear us? Is she there? Now it's blank.
I can see it. The picture.
I can't. Where's she gone again? They don't want us healing her. That's awful.
Mm.
Is she back?
No.
I see Leslie B.
Yeah, I do.
I don't see a photo though. I don't see her.
That's weird. Hello?
Please continue. They don't like your work.
Hello. Isn't it weird that way? Because you've been okay all night.
Yeah.
Is all your chat gone now?
Sorry.
All the chat's gone into it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. I've located it. So
Yeah, so I'd say, well, they don't like this being removed because got disconnected a couple of times.
Yeah,
I'm using
I think
me.
I think they're fighting us healing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Or me, or getting rid of them. Could be one or the other, or both.
Yeah.
So when Phil started, I could feel the implants coming out, and then I got a nausea, and it traveled from my head and throat down to my stomach, and then the pain, and now I got pain on my leg.
All this nausea and the pain isn't real. It's the implants.
Yep. Okay. It's just like them blocking your abilities too. That the abilities that you've always had. As soon as we get rid of all of this and the implants, all of those will come back.
Okay. Thank you. So the other people that have been put in my life were by these people who put the implants in, the troublemakers. There's been a couple of troublemakers.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
As soon as Phil takes care of the other end of that, or his aspects.
I think it's me.
What?
It's me. I'm partly merged, so it's both of us.
Okay.
There's a battle going on at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can you feel out, Leslie?
Yeah. And I actually got strong enough to join in the battle, so don't know if you could feel that shift.
I just got an injury on my hand.
So I'm just standing behind you, so you're facing one way, I'm facing the other way, so you don't have to worry about you.
All right, the battle's finished now. We can do the clearing up and all the implants.
All right.
I'll give you some healing energy.
My body's vibrating all over.
Yeah, there's a lot of healing going on.
Yeah. With the brain function, that's to do with the implants as well?
Everything. All of your yeah. They were controlling and your pain. They were giving you pain. So
yeah, if you had any neck pain, that was real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sweating.
It's just one of the things.
No, I was fine until we started doing this healing. It's the energy. Phil has that the zapping energy going through you. It's really, really powerful. Then you have
feeling it down my spine.
Then you have the white diamond light going through you, the creator's energy. Then the emerald light going through you.
I'm being assisted by my feminine side as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm just gonna say the body's feeling it. If I tell you everything, it's gonna be like, yep, I know what that is. Yeah.
Well, you're going to keep this energy for the next week.
I'm shattered. Yeah, Sario says hello. That's my female aspect.
You should have have all of your
abilities back.
Hmm?
He's saying that everything's turned back on again.
Yes.
Thank you.
In the next 24 hours, everything should be back to normal. You know, all of your clairs.
Yes, thank you.
It should be back to normal, but whether it's normal, it might take a bit to get used to it. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
And do you want 2 cards?
My temporary housemates. I don't feel they're going to be here for very long, but that's okay.
You don't?
What?
Well, they actually officially belong to the girl who's renting a room.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want 2 set cards then?
Well, tell them when.
When?
No, yeah, it should be stopped, shouldn't it? Don't just make your own rules.
I'm bossy like that.
Healing. what healing means. If you hold on to your worries or your problems, stop, and healing starts working. Yeah, abundance, arrival of abundance, wealth, and or spiritual growth from our healing. That's what.
Thank you. But I see abundance as in everything anyway, not just money.
It's spiritual growth.
Yeah, and also the gifts that's around us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Leslie.
Yeah, so don't hang on to the worries. That's the only thing you need to clear now.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
After me, I wrote down some people. With Victoria is next after me.
Okay.
We go back to Victoria.
For baby, and I've got a list of who's after me up to Joan.
Right.
Okay. So anyone after I don't have.
Hi, Victoria. You're welcome.
She's on mute, but we'll just let her figure that one out.
Hi, Victoria.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
She's still on mute.
Oh,
No, she's not.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys are done before I unmute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know the usual routine, baby first. I want to hear about baby. And I got some things to share and question and so forth after, and also the healing for myself as well.
You must have healed Bobby. I don't see anything. How's he doing?
He's always coughing and choking.
Well,
coughing and
that's his
allergies. I know that. I know.
That comes and goes. That comes and goes, but I don't see anything else. He doesn't have any hooks. He doesn't have anything choking him. He seems good.
He's got a bit of stiffness in his back.
Yes, but when I do heal him, I have been healing him. When I heal him, he gets, I immediately start vomiting because I think I'm taking it from him, if you know what I mean. And his energy level is less lately. And I think it has to do with maybe, the allergies making him cough and sneeze a lot. So, he doesn't have a lot of energy from that point. I wish he had more energy, than this way I would know, think he's more healthy, if you know what I mean, that he's doing better. But it seems like, I can't walk him every day because of the weather. It snowed a short while ago, salt was out there, and then I have to wait until the rain falls on it, clears it up for a few days before I can walk him. You know how sensitive he is towards, the salt. It nearly killed him last time.
Yeah.
So I only walked him once in the last week, or actually twice. But there's a few days break in between. If it was sunny, if not, like today, it rained a little bit, so I couldn't walk him. I had to go shopping.
In your own backyard?
Well, he can go in the yard, but there's salt in
the yard too.
Victoria, this sounds weird because I just did some remote viewing then. I saw a ship above your home sending frequency down. Does that make any sense? Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're saying there's a ship?
Yeah.
Sending frequency?
To your house, yeah.
Is that a good frequency or a bad frequency?
Yeah, I don't think that's a good one.
It's a good one?
No.
Because I had recently, I was in this white room, this white space. I journeyed off, and it was in the dream state. Like, I was actually not quite dreaming in a sense. It was a journey because I was listening to some chakra balancing music at that time, and every time I sink, I get pulled into another realm. You know what I mean? You do traveling when you get to a certain state.
Yeah.
And so I was in this white room, this white place. I was with this person shifted his face. So there's two people. One is my ex. The other one is, my, possible twin. I wasn't even sure what I saw, but because there were a couple of the person changes look. And then you had, I went into this room. I woke up in this so-called dream or alternate reality. Maybe I'm in the ship. But I went to the kitchen to get breakfast, and there was two tall guys, like, two big guys there, and they're eating a really full, fantastic breakfast, like a good spread of food. It's not just oatmeal type of thing, it was a, lavish breakfast. Then I walked over, there's some counters, and there are like freezer coolers, like the human freezer and coolers. So this is an earthly vessel. And on the top there, you have to press a key code in order to open these freezer cooler. And there's an abundance of food in there. And when I went back, there was this guy who pressed it and told me this is really good and gave me one. And so I went back to my room, supposedly, and there in the video chat, that fella, before the video chat came, a dog came running to me. But as this one also shifted two energies, it was a corgi and a Pomeranian. And as you know, I've only had Poms all through my life. So assuming this is, but I had a feeling this dog is from my past, from my ex. But like it could be like a past life, a dog from my past life. You understand, a past relationship. And this guy that I saw in that video chat he was saying that he's coming back, soulmate of some kind. The one thing is like the whole environment was white. And I know that in the past when I went on ships, they're usually white. If not, they're in a holographic area where, you can change into a setting like a park, a winter city block or something, or you can get ported out into another holographic reality. That's when I'm on the ship. I've done that. So, I have a connection with them. And so I don't really feel this is negative towards me because these are people a familiar energy. They were loving. They were feeling loving at the very least, So when they're sending energy, could that be the same ship? Or what I saw was not a ship?
I'll be honest, I'm presuming it's negative because why would they send you frequency or energy? But the energy could be linking you to take them there. That could be like a portal energy.
Linking me to take them where?
Take you to the ship. So I don't know. I saw I could see a remote. Is a ship sending you frequency?
It's the galactic. It's the galactic reaching out for contact. That's what it is. But then what I don't understand is it's the cooler and the freezer. I mean, there were big glass ones, and there were many, and there was like an abundance of food on there. Like I just thought maybe I would take a symbolic. You know what I mean? Maybe it's abundance coming or things like that. But it's I was assuming that this was an Earth vessel versus maybe it was not like one of the galactic ships because it looks like human cabinets and human, style.
They do that to make you feel lonely. That's all.
Oh, so true. Yeah. So they can be the galactics then. But these people didn't seem to harm me though. And another time, but maybe you deal with this.
I'm just scanning you to see if there's anything going on with you. Or Rick is scanning you, rather.
I mean, Bobby's had some energy anyway.
So Bobby is okay?
Bobby's fine.
I guess I just have to work up his stamina a bit better outside. Takes time to rebuild his walk.
Yeah, remember his age, too.
Yeah, that too. No portals in the house, Phil?
Just your mom.
Apart from your mom's, no.
There's no dark energy around, so I assume he does bark a lot.
Is he a dog?
I mean, no. I mean, when we're inside the house, he could be fine doing, nothing, or then he started, barking unseen things,
Well, we can only tell you what's going on right now.
True.
But every house has got spirits in, haven't they?
Oh, so that's
so
okay.
He might be just tapping into some spirit, and
They see a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not clearing everything out.
That's true.
Yeah, some are being 4D. So.
Do you guys?
You seem fine.
I was supercharged, super electrically charged. I tried to tell you, but it went so bad that I started frying things really badly.
I know what that energy from the ship is. They were filling it up with your energy.
What?
They were filling it up with power.
You know what happened a few days ago? I saw, I zipped off and I went to the forest again. I'm always at the forest when I'm doing something. And there I was like moving my hands and stuff like that. This is my higher self, my soul, moving my higher aspect, moving my hands and then drawing the energy, the etheric energy of the earth and then sparks of lightning. Sparks of lightning were all around me, and then bringing it up to the sky. Basically, I was I don't even know what I was playing with lightning, thunder. It was causing weather storm, but it was almost as if I was summoning or creating lots of lightning.
It's possible.
And because I know my soul is the master of all elements, mastered it all already. Baby, full cup. So this so I'm assuming when I was doing that, it's just me seeing that it's one of my abilities. I was told I could create a nuke out of my own bare hands in the past by the angelic, but I wasn't going to.
I've got some destinations for if you want.
Yeah, but I want to know if all that time I was charging up like crazy, like really charged up. Did I
you doing it
cause
in the astro or physically?
I did it in the astral. Bobby, full cup. Bobby, what the? Full cup, breathe.
The thing is that a lot of our aspects can be like demigods.
Yeah.
You might have a demigod. But one of mine, Hermes, he emits light out of his hands. He takes the enemy. That's why I bring him along. He can take an whole army out. It's amazing to watch.
And do you know in
coffee?
Yeah, just every time he does that, I look at him because I never know when I have to save his life. But anyhow, when that happened a few days ago, it was continuous that my energy was I was really charging like no tomorrow. And in China, one of the thunder beings appeared in the sky, tossing lightning. This is after I charged up for a few days. So I don't know if I summoned it or or whether that's me, my other aspect out there doing something, I don't know. But a thunder being appeared, like literally like shooting lightning everywhere outside of China. And I know that I was out in Asia area, Southeast Asia area when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in the forest. So do you know if that had anything to do with me? Because I'm getting all charged up here, and now the ship's coming in to get charged up because of me. You're saying so? Is there any?
I don't know. I don't know.
Victoria, we really need to move on. Sorry, but
Okay, well, no problem. Well, thanks.
You can have 2 cards quickly.
Oh, okay, sure.
I know you're not going to say stuff like that.
Stop. I almost forgot about that.
I know. There's an angel here. I'm not sure if you've heard of him before. Called Michael.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah, Michael's showing his presence, a symbol of courage. Yeah, so he's got courage for you and balance.
Balance for the energy because I'm too electric and I need to, balance that down too. I think I understood that part too.
Yeah. The other thing is balance. It can also mean if you need help. If you're out of balance, you can ask for help and you become balanced and get one.
So Michael can help balance me.
Yeah.
Oh, I never actually asked him for help with that kind of stuff.
There you go.
All right, thank you. That's good to know. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Love you guys.
you too.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Queen Leslie Ann Faye. Our names are almost the same and we're both queens.
Where is she?
This one here that's showing.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Just trying to unmute. Hi there. You guys are
Hi.
amazing.
Thank you.
You're so giving. I don't know what's going on with my camera here.
I can see you.
You're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see
I'm
us?
trying to get because I've got a different view for some reason. I'm not quite sure how to get rid of it.
There should be an option on.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, I've talked to you guys before, but it's been a long time. And I was just hoping that you could do a scan and see if there's anything that I need to turn my attention to.
Sure. Let's see. Do you have pressure on your head like somebody's sitting on it?
I've had a number of car accidents and whiplash injury kind of stuff. So my neck it's been a problem for a long time. Shoulders as well, because I feel like I that's where all my tension is. I draw up my shoulders.
Top of your back as well.
Sorry, what?
On the middle top back.
Middle of your
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just drawing that out at the moment.
Do you feel like somebody's controlling you?
I don't, but I feel blocked. The last couple of weeks I've been feeling better because I've actually been able to sort of switch some things up as far as my diet and starting to move more.
Do you channel? Do you usually channel? Are you able to channel?
I'm not. I think that I'm quite intuitive. I think my intuition serves me well. And I'd love to be able to develop some skills if I have that, but I don't know.
I feel like there's something that's pushing down in your head.
Hey, Deb, I just got a past life. An interesting one. Like a knight on an horse in the, not dead yet, but in the battlefield. It's quite weird. I could see that in my eyes.
Was it something to do with her head?
Let me have a look.
Did I lose my head? I mean, I feel like I'm a warrior. I feel strong. I've not taken any pharmaceutical stuff, and I'm standing firmly in that. I never will.
Like there's something, like somebody's standing on your head and your shoulders, holding you down. That's what I keep saying. They keep showing me a picture of that.
Do you have a problem with your ear?
Yes, my left ear is frequently.
Yeah, that's why I was pointing that. You were shot with an arrow. It looks like the helmet didn't work. In your ear.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think it went well.
I've had ear problems as long as I can remember.
That's so weird.
You can trace it back to that.
Can we get rid of it?
I'll try. I suppose it's a trauma from a past life, so we need to remove the energy. I'll try and go in your timeline and try and see why you kept the energy, if you know what I mean. I'll see why. I don't know what to do. I'll see what happens.
Thank you.
It's like a numbing. It's very, very weird. You didn't die quickly.
No, that sounds really miserable.
I know. Shot in the ear, dying slowly. You were shot by your own side. Reminds me of American fighting there.
Yeah, no kidding. Friendly fire,
Friendly
whatever.
fire.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Don't feel friendly, though, do you?
I have another past life. You were in the circus. And that's why I kept seeing somebody on your shoulders.
Do
you feel like somebody's standing on your shoulders? Standing and keeping you down?
Hey, time to dismount.
Yeah. Well, I kept seeing people on your shoulders, and they were more than, but it was like more than one. And that's why you were like the tumblers and the trapeze and did all the trapeze stuff and this.
That's wild.
Yeah, a long time ago. It was a whole family.
Wow. Did you feel a change there?
My head feels full, and the back of my head kind of hurts.
I've repaired your soul fragment from that life, and I don't know if your ears will improve or not because your brain's programmed it in. So you've got to try and deprogram the hearing problem. I'll give you some healing as well.
Thank you.
What did you do at the circus?
Well, she was the man at the bottom holding up all these. You were the father.
The strong man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I feel like I'm so tough.
Should feel the energy going in now.
It feels a little bit like a sort of electrical charge, like
oh yes,
tingling.
That's a good thing.
Vibrating.
That's the energy going in you. Excuse me. Were you good in science?
No. English and stuff like that was more my forte.
Writing?
Yeah. Although I'm more sort of functional, like I worked in an office my whole career. I'm retired now, but details. It's all about details with me.
I was just wondering because you are an aspect of Saint Germain. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that. That's very interesting.
And he was there for the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, wow.
He actually yelled, "Sign that document."
Oh, so is Saint Germain the one with the purple flame?
Yes, yes, he is.
Okay.
I thought it was Violet.
The violet flame. Yeah, that's right.
Violet flame, yes. Well, purple, violet, yes. She knows. I knew what she meant.
You gotta say stop and you can have 2 cards.
Stop.
Music and listening. The music is obviously frequency, help you get grounded, and listening. Do you get intuition?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, just saying it. Just listen more. Probably ground yourself a bit more, and you'll be the messages more. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I need to get outside more. And thankfully, I'm on Vancouver Island, so we're starting hopefully to get to the end of kind of miserable wet and cold weather. But I can never remember my dreams anymore. I feel like I don't ever dream, and I don't understand why that is, or how to help bring that in.
Maybe you're not supposed to at this point. I wouldn't worry about it. When you're supposed to remember them, you will.
Okay.
It might be to do with the aspect coming close to you. You know, the one who died on the battlefield. It might be your age is very similar to the person that died on the battlefield. So you could remember it in your dreams, and you might be just getting blocked for it. But it might not be. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I was being told.
Okay. Well, I just bought some tuning forks, so I want to learn how to use them. Speaking of the vibration and frequency stuff, and
great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That was lovely. Really appreciate it.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
Want some cards?
Oh, he did. He gave them.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Thank you.
You're daydreaming?
I guess.
Yeah, I gotta sing more. I gotta sing more. And I had music on today. I cleaned my whole house today. My husband and the dog are away for the weekend, so I've had a productive, busy day and had the tunes blasting.
That's great.
I gotta do it more often, I think. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I have Juliet next on the list, but I can't see her.
Oh, did she leave?
So she must have.
She's gone.
Yeah. So next is Suzette, please.
Hi, Suzette.
Hi, Suzette.
You're muted.
Unmute. Okay, got it. Bye.
Hi.
You're welcome.
I am curious to see what you guys think. Is everything looking good?
Let's see.
I can feel it's looking good, actually.
Better, huh?
Scanning,
Yeah,
without scanning.
Yeah.
You look
So now what I'm wondering is, are my guides bound? Because I'm not hearing nobody. It's way too quiet. Do you guys see any implants?
Right. One of the questions, my energy looks good. I didn't even read the question. I replied to that, and I've just read your question there. I replied before I read the question.
Okay.
No implants.
No,
Yeah.
I've got no implants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I've had 2 or 3 nights of UFOs being here, and I'm feeling like I was upgraded.
I think you're not here listening to them because they're getting ready to listen to them, if you get what I mean.
You're not going to hear it the way you did before because those were not real. That was your trickster energy. So you're expecting to hear it. You're expecting to hear the way you did before. It's going to be different. Remember that. It's going to be different. Like messages. It's going to sound like you when it starts out. It's going to sound like your voice.
Okay.
But it's going to be messages something that you wouldn't say.
Okay.
And sometimes it's
Right, okay.
normally in the different part of your head that
Right.
you think. Yeah. That's how you know it's not your message, because it's in a different part.
Yes, it's exactly right.
Okay.
And you got to trust.
Okay.
You've got to trust. And as soon as you start trusting those messages, then it'll start flowing.
Okay.
But right now you're not trusting. You're a little nervous.
I'm too worried about it right now.
Yes. And you got to stop worrying. Stop worrying.
I have been told, the UFOs are there, and they are ours. So that's good.
But those aren't your guides. Remember, your guides are with you. Your guides are with you. They're not on a ship.
No, they're like in the bedroom. I can feel the vibration at night.
Yes. And those are those are your guides. Your guides don't make you vibrate. Your guides have been with you since you were born.
Okay.
Your angels have been with you since you were born. They're always with you. They never leave you. But when you're vibrating, that's an ascended master or that's an archangel.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's the way it felt.
Yes.
Okay. That's good. Because when I feel them, when I feel anything come into my energy now, I'm doing my mantras and stating who I am and claiming my space.
Yes.
But
But vibrations are good. Remember, vibrations are good. That means those are higher dimensional beings. Those are
Right.
good. Vibrations are a good thing. So don't be
Yeah.
afraid of vibrations. When it feels like somebody's sitting on your chest,
Yeah, that's bad.
that's not good.
Right. I'm hearing things, but it's like spirit, and they'll answer me, and I'm having a hard time tuning into them.
And if you're
But
having a hard time, that's not for you. That's not.
Well, no, it depends on what spirit is. Sometimes the spirit has difficulty out to connect. If it's a new one, if it's an experienced one, they know how to. But if it's not an experienced one, it's like a foreign language. It's very hard to actually connect sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was able to connect one time. I was asking for help, for guidance, and I started watching some videos that felt right. And then all that information from that videos was what I needed. And they told me that the level that I'm at, and my guide is walking into he's a 48 level. So it would be very similar to what Philip's experiencing with the Archangel Raphael. It's that level. And they ended up telling me that they were the gatekeeper of the avatar. And that's why I was able to contact and connect to them, because it was essentially me. But I don't
That
know
sounds
if
like
that's
7D,
true.
doesn't it?
It's
48, I think it's 7D.
What was that?
I think it's 7D, 48.
48?
I think it is. It could be 8D, I don't know. 8 8's the 61st, 7 8.
They showed me pictures of what I had been learning to show me where I was at. And it was 48 degree is a walk-in. And that was from what David had told me a
Yeah,
couple
I've
of
heard
years
that.
ago.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I was only able to contact with that person that one time, and that was,
Yeah.
they were telling me that was the right connection. Everything else had been wrong. And the connection that I was getting from that, I recognized that energy, and some of my channeling was from that.
Hmm.
And so I got to go through all my paperwork now and figure out what is
Real, what isn't. What's been given to you and what isn't. Yeah.
right.
Which side is giving you which information?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they showed me that I was connected to that avatar, the gatekeeper, and then to the walk-in here. And that gave me a triangulation of energy that they stabilized me so that I could be in the right energy where the implants weren't affecting everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't stopping the implants, but it was allowing for some of the higher stuff to come through.
Hmm. I would
So-
accept. I would accept what you're being given now, because you haven't got any implants and your energy's good.
Right.
Yeah, it's if it was trickster, we'd probably know. We'd know, wouldn't we, Deb? We would, because of your energy and any implants.
Mhm. I've been working with Tracy every couple of days too, and learning different things. She told me that I have some shamanic, aspects, and I've been hearing drumming. So that was interesting. So she's telling me what I can tune into and what, kind of helping me through it.
Mhm.
But there was a lot of portals still here, and we cleared a lot of that. And then she put a positive portal underneath the house, and that's helped a lot.
Mm.
And she did clear one implant since I worked with you.
Yeah, we wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know how they're.
Yeah, but you had so many.
If there were more portals, they opened more portals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
we
was the
get
thing.
rid of
She
all
was
the
able to tell
portals.
me exactly where they were. There was one in the minivan. There was one under my bed.
You had that many implants. I'm not surprised. To be honest.
Yeah, you had a lot.
I do feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you look so much better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sleeping good now. I feel like the downloads are coming in again.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
I'm not able to do the things I was able to do before. So I'm still waiting for that.
Well, it won't be the same. You won't be doing the
Yeah.
same way. It'll be different because the other stuff was not.
Yeah.
when it wasn't from a good place. It was
Right.
controlling.
Right.
It's good to work with Tracy because
It'll be
we work
you'll know the
together.
difference. You'll know the difference because it'll be so much better than what it was before. It'll be you'll know the
Oh, good,
difference.
good. Okay. I feel like I'm able to repel things better
That's good.
now that I'm
I think
here.
we did some of Eurofield, didn't we?
Yeah.
We helped Eurofield.
Yeah.
Eurofield's picking it up now and sensing it, sending it out. That's what it's doing.
Is it stronger now because I've been doing the 12D shield?
Yeah, but Eurofield's picking it up.
Yeah. So your auric field is 6 feet around you, so that
Right.
you could feel it now.
Yeah.
Your energy
Well,
field.
I can't feel it, but I
do.
feel like I'm not being bombarded. If I feel the energy, I know I can push it back now. I did earlier today.
Yeah, but when you're pushing it back, it's Eurofield. It's pushing.
That's your
it back.
auric field.
You're giving the instruction to Eurofield, and it's Eurofield's pushing it, taking it away.
Okay. Okay.
So Eurofield's working really well to do that.
Okay. Good. Good. That makes me happy.
It may feel like it's close, but
Okay,
it's not.
what else?
It's outside your auric field when you feel the energy there.
Okay. So it's not connected yet.
Right.
Okay. I felt someone sexually try to come in, and I was like, no.
That's what you do.
Anything else you guys want to tell me that I need to know about?
Just trust your gifts that you have. Trust. Yeah. Don't be afraid to trust the information you're getting. Don't be worried. Don't be worried. It happens the way it's supposed to now.
Okay.
Take away your worry because that don't put that out there.
Yeah.
And it's good to work with Tracy. She's all right.
Yeah. She's helping me out a lot. We were able to do the shamanic connection, and I was able to see the outline of a woman. She had white wavy hair and a white dress, but her face was black, and I was concerned about her face not being there. And Tracy was able to connect to her, and so she's fine. She just, I don't remember what she said it was, but it was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I was able to connect a little bit.
Yeah, I know Tracy. We work together. She's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded myself by everybody who's on the good side this time.
You want two cards, by the way?
What?
You want two cards to see what?
Okay.
What the heck? Don't say stop.
Okay.
You're not going to say it. You got to say stop. Stop.
Stop.
I get hand shuffle problems. You got friends, friendship, friendship and dreams. Friendship means you're changing, surrendering your friend. You're losing bad friends and gaining good ones. Yeah, which is good. Dreams, you are being sent message in your dreams. Keep a pen handy. So always keep a pen. But you're getting rid of your bad connections and you're gaining better ones, which you've just said that. That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get
I've
the
been
good
able
ones.
to get some channeling for the music, and that's what I really was missing more than anything was the music, and it's been flowing better now.
That's excellent. Good.
Yeah, and it's light language music.
Oh.
So my hands still feel a little bit sore from that last binding that I had. Tracy did some work on the hands. There was some chains around the hands in a dream, and we took off the chains, but they still feel painful in the thumb areas.
Well, let me give you some healing then. I'll give you some healing. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you feel that?
I can hear the angels. They're just so faint, but I can still feel them.
Yeah, you have energy from Creator and from Phillips.
I've always heard these guys.
That's because they never leave you.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
the next 7 days, that energy stays with you. The healing energy.
Oh, good. That's nice to know that. Okay.
It's nice to see you looking good anyway. It's nice to
Thank
see
you so
energy
much.
looking good.
Feels really good to hear those angels. I can't hear them as good as I used to be able to, but I can still know that they're there, and that always helps.
It does.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, did you do the card? We did. We did. Never mind.
You did.
You just want another one. You just want another.
Yeah. All right. I'll check in again next time I can.
Your prayers are being answered.
Okay. That looks good. Thank you,
Okay.
Philip. Thank you,
you.
Deb. Thank you,
Welcome.
Rick.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
We have Joan next.
Hi, Joan.
Hey,
Hi, Joe.
hi, Devin, Rick. Hi, Phil.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I would like to get some healing for Ethan. Ethan, come on.
Hi, Ethan.
Show your face. No, say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hello.
Are you gonna say hi? It's so shy. Say hi. Okay, do you like that? All right, it's crying for him. I don't know, it's something going on in his throat and his allergy.
You still have his tonsils? He still have his
Yeah.
tonsils? Because I can see that they're all swollen.
Oh, not sure. Do you have tonsils?
Did you ever get your tonsils out, Ethan?
No.
No? Yeah, he still has his tonsils then.
Yeah.
Has he got a sore back at the moment? Did your back hurt you?
Your back? Is it hurt?
Kind of.
Kinda, yeah. He said yes.
Yeah. I'm taking that
How
pain
about your
away.
ears? How about your ears?
It's fine.
He said it's fine. But this one's not hurting?
No, not hurt.
Huh?
Not hurt.
This one?
Not hurt.
Okay.
Good. Your teeth?
Fine.
Do you have a headache? You got dripping in the nose, your nose dripping down into your throat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his sinuses. You have allergies, or is it just this time of year?
Allergy. But usually every time he go back to school, he get attacked all the time.
Yeah.
He get allergy. I mean, he get sick every time he get back from school.
Yeah, it's because all the other kids, they wipe their nose and they touch everything, and and everything's all. It's called the creeping crud. That's what I used to call it, the creeping crud.
Even like summertime, so.
Yeah, they don't wash their hands. And kids are kids. They're gonna pass it around. They share their drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be political, but I won't, about shedding.
Yeah.
So I won't now.
So,
Does it feel better now?
Yeah. How you feel now?
A little better.
A little better.
it'll take 24 hours or so before it.
Back should be better.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say thank you. Let's go. Yeah, he's going now. Thank you. Well, can I have a scan too?
Yeah. And healing, obviously.
Your throat bothering you?
Yes.
You caught the creeping crud too.
You got a bad back as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that my kundalini that is still going the flow, so that's why my back is still like kind of stiff, and it feels it's going into my throat, and I feel like block. There's a block in my throat.
I think you have a spiritual parasite.
I was thinking it might be an implant. I wasn't sure if it's an implant or spiritual. It could be both. Could be one of the Archon creations.
I think you may be right.
Archon creates really weird beings, and it could be an implant, spiritual parasite.
Spiritual parasite.
I was going to tell you that I think she has one of those clear implants in her back.
Yeah. You're definitely a little bit infected.
How do I get those?
What, do you want me to ask him?
Yeah. My pyramid right here that's creating this.
You could get them. It's when you normally have low energy or an injury, you normally get them. But you haven't had the thing anyway, have you? You haven't had that injection, have you?
No.
So that weakened your field, and they can implant them. A couple of years ago, the light grid was infected with. They actually got into the light grid where everyone connects to the spiritual consciousness. They actually was putting implants there, so you could connect and get an implant. It's been sorted now by RT, but that was 2 years ago. It could have been something like that. But think about it, at least they chose you. That means you got a power. That's how I look at it, yeah. If you're not very powerful, they're not going to stick an implant in there, are they? The implant is to take your energy, so yeah.
How they get the implant?
But it does look parasite-y, implantish. Definitely an Archon make. How clever these Archon. You'll feel this.
My God, that's so hot.
You know where I am. You never believe where I am. I'm on a sulfur planet, lava. That's why it's hot. It's a big battle going on. I've never been on one of them before.
Wow. He has to heat you up for the parasites, but he had to go into the implant to find out where it goes to.
Remember Star Wars where they were both fighting on a planet with all lava? Very similar to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
I've never been on that before.
My back is starts sweating like hot and sweat.
Yeah, the artist to kill the parasite.
Oh.
Right, they're gone now. Some healing for you. You want some healing or are you okay?
Healing, please.
Yeah. Work's being done on your back at the moment.
Yeah, I feel that now. I feel like kind of cooling now.
Wow. Did I?
Yeah. Yes.
I got a little message as well.
Yes,
I think we've said you're an angelic. Did you know you've got an Lemurian aspect?
Yeah.
You knew that?
Yeah.
There you go. It's not surprising, is it?
I just want to ask Deb Rick about my portal. I mean my portal. Is there something in my pyramid?
I love your pyramid.
Yeah. I think I was creating portal in here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Does it have a bottom to it?
Yes. It's four. It's like a. Hold on. It's like a. Yeah. This one. It's like 4 on each side. Yeah.
And what kind of crystal?
All the 5 feet.
Oh,
all 5 feet on each side.
Okay. Do you have a crystal in the center of it?
Yes. I have this one is the copper wire and a crystal on this one. I have the Adara crystal one.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
I put in the top, and with this is a magnet right here with the copper. It's like a. So I put it. This one is a magnet, and then I put a copper wire around it. So I hang it with that. And when I do a meditation, it's like when I'm in here in the middle, it's like moving my head. I'm not moving it. I don't move my heads around it.
Do you sleep with that?
Sometimes yes. Yeah, and I dream about the UFO. It came into my.
If you're ever very, very low, very sad, I'd be wise not to use it because the portal takes you to the vibration you're in. If you're very happy, very high, you will go high vibrations and stuff like that. But if something really bad's happened and you're very, very sad, I'd be careful about using it. You'll go low.
Yeah.
It's a portal. It's a dimensional portal.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Well, I always feel bliss. That's why.
Well, you're probably always happy then, so that's great. My aspect is say that your aspect and her used to work together. So there you go. In the Lemurian temples, healer. You should merge with her partially. Be good fun.
You should merge with your Lemurian, partially merge with your Lemurian healer.
Well, I only know the younger one aspect, but she's kinda the innocent and playful one. So, but the priestesses, I haven't. I don't know that yet. It didn't come out that yet.
You will when you're ready. That's what happens.
Because they told me that my mom told me before that I was one of the priestesses in Lemuria.
Yeah, working with my princess. We worked together. Might have been sisters. I don't know. When I was healing at the healing room, I put it on. I started feeling pain in my third eye, and it was crystalline, and there was gold coming round it, crystalline while I'm healing, and I felt female. I was female. It's weird. Never felt like that in my life. Yeah.
Oh.
One of the other healers has seen me shapeshift into her. has actually seen her with her own eyes. So that's quite amazing.
So, because usually I dream about the teenager in Lemuria, all the kids, like, you know, the teenager were going to a school or something, and it's all like a priestess. I mean, like a teenager kids. It's like they're teaching us all these different modalities to, you know, teaching it was like in the forest, in the ocean or something like that. And there's a circle fire in the middle, and that's I remember that was in Lemuria, and all the different clothes that we wear. So yeah. And also I dream of you in the astral, so that's why.
You dream of me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I dream of you in the astral.
I wouldn't use that thing anymore. I'm joking.
I dream of me. And then any less. Yeah, I can't believe that I dream of you as a, well, you look different in there, but I know you are.
Yeah, I've had a shave and everything, I know. It's probably one of the other aspects. What is strange is your aspects tend to look very similar to yourselves. I've noticed that. Some of the aspects I connect, they don't half look the same features. Alien looking, but features. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They just look like you, but
but it depends on how they've got the features of it. Yeah, that's what I found strange. Yeah.
Did you give her cards yet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, she's saying that your aspect and my aspect were sisters, princesses of Lemurian temple. There you go.
Wow.
So, because I partially merged with her, it helps me healing. It helps me get the power. Just
What's
say
the name?
stop. I've actually written it. I've written it down, but it's that weird. I said it twice tonight. It's that weird. I've had to write it down because
She already said stop.
Oh, you want to say stop again?
Stop.
What? You weren't ready.
No, you were too busy talking.
Right. Self-acceptance and intentions. That's like, so
intentions.
You're too hard, too difficult for yourself. You know, start loving yourself more, which I think you do anyway. I don't know what the cards are. Intentions. Create a goal, spiritual goal. There you go. Have you got a goal?
I don't have any goal.
You need a new one then. You need a new one. I know. I've just given it you.
Goal?
Partially merge with your princess.
I just want to live and enjoy.
Yeah. Partially merge with your princess.
I fly by the seat of my pants. I don't have any goals either.
I've got one. Mine's to win the lottery, but that's a 3D goal.
Okay, now I got one.
We'll get to you at some point. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.
We're getting punchy here.
I know. It's sweating in here. I'm sweating and it's cold in here.
That'll last another 7 days.
But sweating.
Another 7 days. Oh my goodness. All right, thank you.
People be asking us to heal when they don't want healing, they just want the house warming up. Save electric.
I don't have any heat. I gotta call Rick, Deb, and Phil.
Okay, last on my list is Susie Polly.
Susie Polly. I said we'd get to you someday. It's now.
I was almost asleep. I'm just kidding. I was like, I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna stay awake.
It's 4:00 in the morning for Phil.
Oh gosh. Oh wow.
But
So I
that's
have
why
nothing on him.
that's why I get a bit off my head when I this time. That's why I just talk and I don't even know what I'm saying half the time.
It's all
Just
good.
let your aspects do the talking, Phil. You just sit there and doze. Susie. So what can we do for you?
I don't know, whatever seems to come up. I don't have anything in particular.
All right, everybody that's here, let us know what. I see Jesus. Do you talk to Jesus?
Jesus Christ.
He says you called?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know for sure 100% that he was real, so.
Well, he wants to let you know that he's definitely real. And it's okay that you said Jesus Christ. He's gone by many names. Depends on what lifetime you're talking about.
Right.
Depends which book you're reading as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Saint Germain. Yeah.
Well, no, Saint Germain, he's not been Saint Germain. That's a totally different person.
Okay. Grew up in the church and I kind of rejected all that. So I was sort of like, I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I'm a recovering Catholic, so I
yes, I'm also a minister's daughter, so double whammy.
My condolences.
You know what I'm talking about. Love my dad though, very much.
Well,
I'm not religious one bit. Yeah, I connect with Jesus. So
you're spiritual.
Jesus
There's
isn't
a difference
religious.
between being religious and spiritual in my mind.
Jesus isn't religious. What religious is God? What religion is God?
I asked
That's
Gabriel.
man-made. That's man-made.
I asked Gabriel and Jesus exactly the same question. They said man-made. They said exactly the same words you just made.
Yep.
Actually, I think it said man-made crap, but that's.
Our neighbor died, and he came to visit me 3 weeks after he died. I was in my backyard, and I was meditating, and I felt his energy, and I said, "Hi, Paul," and he said, "You can see me?" I said, "No, I can feel your energy," and he said, "I'm dead," and I said, "I know," and I said, he said, "I don't know what to do," and I said, "What about that guy that's right next to you?" He goes, "I know, he keeps following me around." I said, "Well, that's Jesus." And he goes, "Well, I'm not religious." And I said, "Neither is he."
Well, tell him to stop bothering me. Gosh.
What the hell does he want?
Has nothing to do with hell.
I know. No, but Jesus was laughing when I said, "Neither is he." And he was like shocked that Jesus was laughing about that. So these are just examples. So, he doesn't take offense. God doesn't care if you call him stick. He doesn't care what you call him. He don't care.
Beat you with the ugly stick.
Yeah. I'm here. He doesn't care what you do. He's pure love. Pure love. Pure love.
Right.
There's no judgment. And that's another thing that we're all taught everything we're supposed to guilt. There's guilt. The Catholic Church was sick on guilt. And
I hated that from the day you're born. Well, you're broken and you're a sinner. I'm like, I'm a baby. What did I do? How could I sin?
Exactly.
Give me a break. I just got here.
Yeah, there is no sin. There's no sin.
I laugh at when they say to drink Jesus's blood. Is this satanic or something?
That is satanic.
I'm not a vampire. No.
Yeah.
But when I was being brought up, my mum was a Sunday school teacher, Christian Sunday school teacher, but she's also a tarot reader and a medium. So I could pick either side if I wanted to.
Her secret life.
Only one day Christian Sunday school teacher. The rest it was a spiritual.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's so funny. Then I never knew my mother was an angel until after I woke up. And my mother, who was raised Catholic and then became a Christian because the Catholic Church and all the raping that priests did to boys.
Oh my God, yeah.
All that stuff. And so we all left the church. I was the first one to leave and brought them all with me.
That's funny because we stopped going. We decided, I was in 2007. I told my mom, I said, "Mom, you know what? I've tried 3 different times. I just can't do it anymore. These people are liars. They talk about being all good and kind, and then their daughters are sitting behind us in church whispering about my girls." I'm like, "Come on, give me a break. You guys are big hypocrites."
They are.
I'm like, I know people that are true in their heart,
yes,
and you ain't one of them. So that was done for me.
Got the ministers sleeping around. It's just
everything that they tell you not to do is always going on. Then I went to my job and I found out, wow.
Yes. So
not what you know, it's who you know and who you blow.
It is. It's
sickening.
And
It's
it's
just sickening.
political. The churches are very political.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I get it. So we're all recovered. We have all recovered from.
That's right. We made it. We're
upbringing.
survivors. Exactly. And my mom's fine. You know, I'm honest with her. I'm not going, you know, when I go visit her, I go with her, you know, out of respect. But when I start hearing the hymns, because my dad was minister and we used to go like 3-4 times a week. And then when you got to be in high school, you got to go to youth group. So, I was having a salvation enema every day. Thank you. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I've had enough. I think I've had enough.
Yeah, but don't throw Jesus away just because of all that.
No. I have a feeling that he was a real hippie and he smoked pot and did all kinds of cool stuff. And LSD and mescaline. No, I've actually thought about taking it because I hear it does great things for the body. If you have PTSD, I would love to give something like that to my sister because something really bad happened to her 20 years ago. So yeah, it's been a lot of trauma in the family. So, and my 2 daughters are they just went off the deep end the other direction. One actually told me she doesn't believe in God anymore, but every time they communicate with me, they're trying to pull me into the negative, and I'm like, so I'm not talking to them right now. And one of them's getting married this year, so I don't know if I'll be able to go to her wedding. So that's kind of a sort of thing on the side. And my dog passed away 2 weeks ago, and I know he's one of my guides. I had him for 16 years, and he's already spoken to me.
Yeah.
He's in the backyard.
Yeah, we just lost our 3 of our cats. Yeah, 19, 20, and 15. So
a few years ago, I ran over my cat. She was under the car. I was bawling for an hour. Anyway, yeah, we're going off tangents here, but yeah, when I first was going to have it happen, I decided, no, this is not the right time. But I just cried my eyes out when it actually came to the moment when I had a vet come here. Went in the garage, put a blanket down, and he came in, got his shots. He was very peaceful. So I have a friend, her name's Vera. She's an animal whisperer. She said, you know, you did the right thing. It's a very hard thing to do. Do you love your animals? And like I bonded with him when I met him. It's like, there was my heart. I had never been into dogs at all. I'm a cat person, but not when he was a husky. It was awesome. And when he went, he was so quiet. He slept all the time. He was very peaceful. So he went very quietly. It was like hardly anything. Yeah. Very grateful for that. And then I was like, oh, I felt better. You know, okay, I did do the right thing. But I was like, you know, when I first arranged for it, I was like, this is an execution. How can I do this?
No, it's not.
It's like, but it's not. And they have a different idea of things. They know this is going to happen. They're aware of it. So they have I wish I could see like they see, because our other dog, my husband threw I know I'm going on. My husband threw a frisbee in the kitchen. She came to the doorway and she went like that. I'm like, what is your problem? The other dog was there. Shiloh's there, but he doesn't look like the Shiloh she knew. He looks like the young Shiloh, and he wants to play with her. So she's confused. He's dead. I know he's dead. She's grieving, but there he is in the kitchen. He wants to play with me. What the heck is going on? She still will go in the kitchen and she will back out. She's 1.5 years. She's a chocolate lab. She's the sweetest dog. I'm a dog person now.
Yeah, I was going to say, when my dog died, I woke up at 5 a.m, patted him on his head, and I said, "You can go now." And he died.
Just like that.
He died. Yeah. They were waiting to collect him. I knew, and I thought, I'll send him on his way. So he was He didn't go because he wanted to stay with me, and then I gave him permission.
You gave him permission. That's it, exactly. Yeah. It's so weird, though. It's just weird to think that you decide when an animal dies. It's just, I don't know. It's
the only thing I'm getting for you is forgiveness. Letting go and forgiveness so that you can move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you hang on to anger or sadness, it brings your vibration down.
Right. Exactly.
Clearing this up.
There you go. I just picked that.
What is it?
That's a card.
Wow.
There you go.
Forgiving myself.
Yep, and forgiving
Yeah.
others. Forgiving
Forgive
others.
everyone who's hurt you in your life. And forgive yourself for holding the anguish of your life. I call that religion that you were just saying. You're
Mm.
still keeping hold of it. So you're owning it. You don't want to own it. You just want to say, it was
Yeah.
okay at the time. I
It's
forgive
weighing
myself
down.
holding it and just let it go.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to do what I was told at the time because I was a kid. So I had
And
to-
it's made you into who you are now.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you chose your experiences before you came here. Do you know
Yeah,
that?
I told my granddaughter that too. She goes, she's about, you chose your mom. And she goes, what? Because I won't go into it, but that person is nuts, is a dumpster fire. And she's put her kids through hell and back.
But
And
you
so my
chose-
granddaughter's like, what? And I said, yes, you did. Just like I did. I came to this family for this reason, to have these experiences. So you can't play the victim because it was your choice. You can't. And you have to come to that realization too.
None of us are victims. We have a
No.
toolkit of things that
right.
are here to help us. You have guides, you have angels,
Mhm.
and none of us are alone. We're not
Nope.
victims. And we did choose this. We chose this for the experience. This is just an experience.
Just an experience.
This is not the real us. This is not our real life.
So this is only part, what we see is only part of us anyway. Very small part. And I told her that too. I'm glad she's asking questions because nobody else is. Everybody else is go shut up and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
What's that?
We're just part of an oversoul. The oversoul's got 12 segments, and that oversoul is the aspect of source. We are
Mhm.
source beings. So.
Mm-hmm. Try tell them that in the church.
Oh, I would. I've had my fun in my time. But me, RE Christian teachers said, "What religion are you? You're Protestant." I says, "No, I want to be Hindu." I never got good marks in my RE.
Oh, there's no such thing as reincarnation. No, 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 no. You guys don't put me in a box. I'm not going in there. I'm done with that.
I'm just sending you some energy.
Yeah,
I'll try and do clearance energy.
What did you say, Deb?
We're giving you, both of us are, we're all giving you energy. So
Thank you.
Clearing
quiet.
energies as well. To
I'll be
clear.
quiet.
While we're doing this, just think of all the things that you're holding on to and let it go. Any anger, any trauma, anything like that. Just let
and
it go.
and during the next 7 days, as things come to you that you think and you may even think of things during the next week. That's the things that you say. Thank you for the experience, and I'm sending you off with love. Thank you for the experience. I'm sending you away with love. That's all you have to do when you think of it.
Okay.
And let it go. All things from the past, if they come up, there's a reason. You have to release them.
I find that I am actually kind of doing that more and more.
Good.
I don't know if it's just getting older. Or if it's,
Yes, and these are things that are just weighing you down.
Yeah, it's not doing me any good. It's not doing anybody else any good. So drop your baggage off and lose it. And the baggage, yeah.
As hard as it is, our children are on their own journey.
Yeah.
We can't help them unless they ask us.
Right.
Or
right.
Information.
Right.
We keep our mouths shut. I try.
I tried. Yeah.
I think it's my job, but no, they're adults. My kids are in their 50s.
Oh, wow.
Late 40s. My job is over a long time ago.
You never stop being a mom and you never stop caring.
Yeah,
but
well.
I mean, like they want me to think the way they think. I never told them you have to do what I think. I always told them go search for yourself. So why would you turn around and tell your mother, well, you need to, no. So I'm like, okay, whenever you calm down.
That's another thing you have to let go.
Right. Well, whenever you calm down, my husband had a dream that they came to us, both of the girls, and they were crying and they were saying they were sorry. They were sorry for everything they threw at me, everything they did. I kind of look at it and I'm like, these are not my kids. This is not how we were growing up. Why is all of a sudden they're gone ballistic? They've gone way on the other side of the court.
I know.
It's like, you didn't even ask me. You just assumed this, and this. Anyway, I won't get into it. It's politics.
I
It's
know.
everything.
I agree. We have the same problem with a few
It's,
of ours.
and I don't know if it's just that generation. They're 30 and the other one's going to be 32 this year. My husband goes, it's the school. I'm like, they have their own mind, you know, and they're older. I just don't get it. It just kind of blows my mind. It's sort of like, yeah, I don't know you guys anymore. You know, you said that to me and I'm like, yeah, I feel the same way about you. I don't know who you are.
Next time you see him, why don't you just give him a hug?
I
forgive you and give him a hug.
Give him a hug.
Oh, a hug. Well, that's what I feel like I would do. I think I'd start crying. Just hug them and say, shut up, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just let me give you a hug.
Yep.
Because I do miss them, but you know, it's like, they have
Can
free
you
will
feel
just
the-
like I do.
Can you feel the energies, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it's 9 o'clock.
It's
It's
11
only 10
o'clock
past
here.
4.
It's actually midnight. Where are you on the West Coast? You
I'm
too.
in Arizona. We're in
Okay.
Arizona.
Yeah, we're changing the clocks tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're gonna lose another hour.
We'll be Pacific time. We don't change our clocks here.
Oh, good for you. I wish they would stop doing that. I just think it's stupid.
Arizona has never changed clocks.
Good for them. Everybody else should follow suit. I just think it's ridiculous. The day is still as long as the day is. Changing the time is.
This screws up our schedule next week because we're going to be our clocks change and you guys don't.
We're so like right now it's 11, but it's actually 12 here.
Where are you?
I'm in Western Pennsylvania, just north of halfway between Erie and Pittsburgh.
Okay, so you're in, yeah, but
Eastern
no,
time.
I meant Europe doesn't change their clock yet, so that their schedule for next week's webinar is what I meant.
Okay. No, I was asking. I was asking somebody over there too, and she said, "I don't know when we're changing it, but I
Got
wish."
a couple of cards, by the way.
All right. Get ready. Get set.
I haven't got the religious tarot card anyway.
The what's that? What? Wait, what's its name?
Alistair
Tell them
Crowley.
when to stop now.
Well, it's another thing I could never take to my mother's house.
I've got the. I was just going to say, I've got the Alistair Crowley set.
Ah!
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Original set. I got that in '74. Yeah. Off
Did
my
you
sister.
throw it in the trash and let it burn?
No, he's all right. He is. Oh, look at that. You need some connect with frequency, and you need to do some meditation. In that, cards just go, don't they? They really go.
Mm-hmm.
So when your mind's fuzzy, which it is, it feels like it's fuzzy anyway, calm it down. Hear the angels. Oh no, I mean, calm it down. Hear the angels with meditation. And if you add music to it, it's all in one.
Oh, I do that actually, I do that almost every day. Play that music.
Yeah.
Just the music, just to.
I'd
Set the
listen
mood.
to 1,000 hertz music.
1,000 hertz.
Angel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Angels 1,000 hertz or something like that. Or is it 1,100?
Okay.
You're falling asleep, honey.
No, I'm fine.
Well, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
First time
Yeah.
with you guys. Thank
Hope
you.
Enjoyed it. I tell you what, see, I look like there's a glow coming off you. It's like light coming off you. It is. It's light coming off you. You probably got the sun, but that light is very, very upward.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, it's like 11 o'clock at night, so that's my lamp.
Like
And
your
this
lamp.
is my laptop, so that's why the picture is fuzzy, because it's
Yeah, but it
crappy
looks like
camera.
it's coming off you.
Yeah, and
All right,
the
go
lights
this way.
turn upwards.
You got light coming off you.
How are you feeling, Leslie?
Good. I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah, I think we got
I'm
one
tired
more.
too.
We've got
Yeah,
one
we've
more
got
anyway.
one more.
Yeah.
Cindy
Hi,
Gorney.
Cindy.
All right, I'm
Thanks,
leaving.
Susan.
Thank you.
Hi.
I've got to
Cindy.
go.
That's amazing, that light coming off you. That's not the light from around, that's off you.
Yeah, it wasn't
Are you
your
sure?
light. It was a nut.
Oh wait, I see something here.
It's light. It's light coming
It's
off
the
you.
light coming off of you.
Yeah.
So I can do this, like Jesus.
Yeah.
Father, forgive them because I just can't.
What it is,
You
it's
have to.
yeah. Me, Deb, and Rick have unblocked you, and we've made your light shine. Aren't we good healers?
Susie Sunshine. Just call me Susie Sunshine, okay?
Okay. It's
Thank you all.
amazing. It is really amazing that.
I can see it. I can actually see it.
Yeah.
Go
That's
forth
really
and
weird.
forgive now.
Forgive. What does that make me think of? I'm just gonna look at it, and then I'll leave.
It's amazing.
All right.
All right.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Well, the same thing, pain in the neck. But what I get is that, the RV's the pain in the neck, and I got to get it fixed and sell it, and it's just lining all that up with the right energies. So,
Haven't you been doing this for a while?
yeah. So it's under warranty, but I have to get all these things fixed, and waited 2 months for an appointment. And after I saw these reviews and other things, it's like, oh, do I really want to go there? So I'm just trying to figure it all out.
There's a guy, what's his name? Is it Steele? What's the RV guy that moved to Florida from here? Andrew Steele?
I don't know.
I have to take it to somebody that does Jayco's because it's under warranty.
No,
So
he knows all these RVs. He just moved to Florida. I think he does YouTube videos, and
You can send it to her.
he would say I'll try and look it up, and he would at least guide you to somebody good. And he just moved from Arizona to Florida. He's really a nice guy, and he would at least guide you to a place that's not going to rip you off, and it's not going to take your money. You know what I mean? Or especially if it's under warranty.
Waste. Yeah. It's such a racket. It's a waste of time and energy, but
Yeah.
what am I going to do? So
At least I can give you his name, and you can at least send him some kind of an email. But yeah, he's a nice guy. His Class A got caught on fire on the interstate moving to Florida.
Oh gosh,
It's a really sad story. And their cash was in there. All their cash from moving and selling everything was in the RV.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a really sad story. Really sad.
Oh.
Anyway, but they're in Florida now, in their RV, in another RV.
Yeah, and I started looking for homes, but nothing's feeling right. So I'm just going to keep moving until I find my location. Guess I'll just
Where
head
do you
north.
wanna go?
Well, now that it's getting hotter here, I don't know if I can. It's going to get hot soon. I don't know if I can handle it for the summer. So
We're moving to Florida.
Are you? We keep going back and forth. The prices are ridiculously high.
Well, we're moving in with our granddaughter and her husband bought a place in
Trenton.
Trenton. I keep forgetting the name of the town. Trenton, Florida, outside of Gainesville.
Population 2,000.
Oh, nice small town.
Well, it's 1.6 acres, so we're gonna have
we're
gonna grow food and our own food. And
They do have one stoplight.
Perfect. That sounds nice. Good for you guys.
Anyway, that is what we're in the process of doing, selling this place and moving there.
Nice.
But I will miss Arizona.
Well, good luck with all that.
Thanks.
And it's funny when when you guys were sending healing, my neck started feeling better. So maybe I just needed to just be in some like-minded energies.
I think you have to release and know that everything's going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, right. I tell myself that, if I don't have the place yet or the answer, I haven't found it yet. So solo travel gets
You
quiet.
can't force it. You can't force it. Everything's going to happen the way it's supposed to, and you're going to be where you're supposed to be, and not before it's time. Because when you try and do it your way, things get screwed up.
That's true.
You have to do it the way it's supposed to happen, and you have to let your guides do your path for you. Tell them to find your joy and find your place. Give them a job. They can't do it unless you ask.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hand it over to them. I don't have to figure it out. I'll put it.
That's their job. They know what the future. They know what's ahead. We don't, and they know where you're supposed to be, and where you will be happiest. You don't, because we don't have our memories. And that's exactly what I do. they haven't let me down yet.
Okay, thank you. I needed that.
Release it, and believe me, it happens. And tell them that you have to trip over it because you're ditzy. That's what I tell them. Because you'll
Yeah.
miss it. I don't want to miss it. Make sure I see it. I trip over it, and they will make sure they show it to you in many, many different ways. It's right in front of you.
Okay, thank you.
How do you feel, Cindy? I've sent some energy.
Yeah, it feels a little better.
It should feel a lot better. You have to release it now.
Okay, thank you.